TJ also wrote it.
Baby.
So.
Oh no!
Oh my god.
He's gotta go.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I'm eating, sorry.
In this one, I'm eating.
The day snuck up on us.
Yeah. We're Not Great RPG, and we are back again for the Veiled Forests of Orvigo. Our DM's not yet arrived, but hopefully we'll be getting started in just a moment. But we'll go around the table and introduce ourselves. Time. I'm Don, and I play Flint Iron Fist in this particular campaign, of which, again, I just don't know where the DM is. It's really wild.
I'm Sarah, and I play Chessa.
I'm John, and the morbid nature in me wants to monologue for like 12 minutes just to break DJ's knees. But I play Olaf.
I'm Glenn, I play Crom.
I'm Chelsea, I'll be playing Minerva.
I'm Mike, I play Stock.
I want him to fall.
I just want
to crack.
I was waiting for both the knees to crack.
Oh!
It would have been great if I stood up too quickly and just passed out.
See, the only reason this works, too, is because of the one time that you legitimately did oversleep and didn't show up.
Yeah.
So if you're if you're not on camera, they'll truly never know. Like,
It's
Don.
just, I'm the worst and
Clip
forget.
command is broken.
damn it, I'll go fix it.
Goodbye, Don.
Goodbye!
So anyway,
We got the recap anyway.
yeah, I gotta go through the recap of which I definitely remember. We picked up last week with you guys lowering yourselves down onto your ship at the surface of Lake Geel, where you began to sail to the west toward the forest that you could see on the western shore of Lake Geel, where you were told the carbuncle like to hunt and prey on things. So you followed along to the west, soon arriving, exited out onto the...
At least it loaded.
Yeah. Anyone else hear an echo? That was weird.
Weird.
Definitely wasn't me. So followed along to the west, exited out onto the bank. Stalk surveyed the area to look around for signs of the carbuncle and soon found scratches above the tree branches in the trees nearby. You began to follow them along, where soon you started to see different little blinks of light in the air around you. Soon identifying them as bugs that were blinking very pretty lights as you walked along. You followed them roughly for some time and saw that they were beginning to form into like a swarm-ish type of configuration. You all approached forward, Minerva first with her finger out, trying to gesture for one to land on her finger as Stalk caught one in a jar. One did eventually fly forward and land on Minerva's finger, then biting her, and as they all turned red and got angry.
We killed them.
Yeah, and then you guys just killed a bunch of bugs. Stalk blowing a cone of fire at them and just singeing them out of the sky. You continued along following the scratches until you soon came to a fork in the woods where you saw a path laid out with ribbons leading in one direction, the scratches leading in the other. You decided to first investigate the ribbons and see where that led, soon finding yourselves at the end of the path led by ribbons. Read by Libbons.
Red Lion Bibbins.
The Vividence.
The Bibbins.
And saw what appeared to be just a wall of trees, a very densely populated section of the forest here where the trees in front of you seem to have no pathways, nothing to walk through. And found a note, I believe that's where you found that note, tied to a tree with a ribbon. Yep. Seeing nothing to do here, you turned and followed the ribbons back, and then followed the claw marks once more, soon finding yourselves in a 30-foot clearing, where Olaf hesitantly, after some time, decided to lay down in the center of. And then a battle broke out as the carbuncles popped out from behind trees, would bite and attack at you, and then dip down back behind the trees, dodging your attacks. This went on for some time until they were all dead. Standing here, surveying the area, you started to harvest their gems, and also heard the approach of more, so decided to wait in this area to get the drop on them effectively and harvest some more gems because they're worth money. they appeared. You killed them. Everything went well. Olaf got really big. And then you made your way back to Lake Geel, boarded your ship, and sailed back to Nenaxi. And that's where Olaf and Minerva began to head to the southeastern guard tower, while the rest of the party made their way to a part of Nenaxi where they're able to drop the ship and begin living there. And that's where we're picking up this week. Or not living there, sleeping there. You know what I meant.
Yeah.
And that's where we pick up this week, is
Very
with
good.
Olaf and Minerva walking to the southeastern guard tower. We'll flip back over to the other crew once we resolve that.
Very good. Goodbye.
See you, friends.
Yeah.
Welcome back. Get out.
Don, I want you to know I timed that specifically, so when you walked in, you
Thank
just
you.
have to turn and walk right back.
Thank you. Right.
Yes, so that's where we're picking up.
Very good. Yeah. Walking back over towards the southeastern guard tower, just
All
me
right.
and my good friend Minerva.
So you approach, and you see the same guard that has been there the past 2 times you've been here, stationed out front. You see him speaking to a certain long-armed dwarf man,
Uh-huh.
and you see Selm kind of pointing at a piece of paper and just pointing around.
Yeah, I would approach.
Yeah.
My good friend, is there anything wrong?
What?
You look distracted or confused?
Hold on, planning.
What are you planning?
Where we're gonna put things.
Things?
What kind of things?
You know, guard stuff.
Well, we're
I mean, yeah, we're.
to be guards soon. We've completed our first trial with Ziphli.
Oh, good. Good, that's excellent. We need more loyal people on the crew.
Part of the crew.
Indeed.
Minerva and I are happy to be part of the crew.
When are you finishing your second trial? I imagine Ziphli gave you one.
Yes, we
Soon.
have another one scheduled for tomorrow during the day,
Good, good.
which ideally will not take us long to accommodate, and then we'll be able to hopefully return back and speak with Ziphli once more. Do you know much of these guard trials?
They're different from guard to guard.
Did you have to perform guard trials?
Of course I did.
What were your guard trials?
Yeah, I just stare at his arms. So anyway.
You had to do some weird things for Mr. Ziphli, didn't you?
Well, first I had to sail my way to the southern shore, where I hunted down some things. I don't know if you guys ever heard of in this part of the world we call them stranglers.
Stranglers?
Oh yeah,
Like a murderer?
they're these weird pointy-looking things with tentacles, but they're like rainbow colored. So you walk by them and they shoot their arms out and grab you.
Like a squid?
Yeah, sort of like a squid.
But on the land.
Yeah. You'll find them on the sides of trees, hanging from branches, in caves. I had to go kill one of them. I don't know what Ziphli needed the tentacle for, but I had to go kill one of them for the tentacle.
You had to do this alone.
Yeah.
You are much stronger than I originally expected with the way our contest went.
Yeah, the stranglers might have long arms, but my arms are longer.
No! This isn't an arm measuring contest.
Yeah, right? Put your arms away.
What about your second trial? What did you have to do for that?
Oh, we don't talk about that.
But you completed it.
Yeah, of course, I'm a guard.
Why do you say we?
Each guard has their own second trial. Most
That
of the
is
time,
much more secretive and quiet.
they try not to speak about it, yeah.
Understood.
Sometimes you're asked to do nefarious things.
Nefarious things, you
Nefarious.
say.
Yeah.
And how long ago did you do your second trial?
Oh man, it's been since my hair was brown.
Is his hair gray?
Is his hair brown?
Were you not proud of the second trial that you completed?
Well, I'm proud that that's a hard question to answer. Because
Yes.
I'm proud that I'm a guard, but
Was it immoral?
well, what's a moral?
There's a lot of things that are immoral.
I became a guard. I keep the peace now. So sure, I might have had to do a bad thing to become a good thing.
At
but
what cost, though?
I'm a guard. I keep the peace.
You're supposed to provide justice to your people.
I can now.
Now, but at what cost did you...
How can you identify injustice if you haven't done it? That's what Ziphli always said. You gotta do some bad things to see some bad things.
So he encourages injustice amongst his guards in order for them to become them?
I've said too much, haven't I?
No, Minerva. I think that he's simply trying to indicate that perhaps seeing things firsthand may widen your perspectives.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I meant.
Sometimes justice is a more long game, and there might not always be pure justice throughout that course, but if it is just in the end, perhaps some things are deemed...
What is justice but a means to an end?
Absolutely.
So anyway, something I can do for y'all.
Well, we were told that we would be permitted to stay in the Southeast Guard Tower and start to get to know some of ideally our new companions as we continue on our path as guards. Simply want a place to stay for the night and possibly a meal.
So, you're halfway through your trial, that's true. However, the important part of the trial that determines your...
Loyalty.
Yes.
Yes.
You have to complete that before I can let you in. You see, there may be some things in here that I need to know you are going to be loyal to and not speak of outside that door.
Absolutely.
Nefarious things?
I wouldn't say nefarious again.
No, just things that are requisite to stay on course.
Yeah, listen, if you tell the people of Nenaxi too much, they're going to get into a panic, and we can't have that, because where are they going to go?
Depends on what the people of Nenaxi can handle, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, they've handled a lot so far. We've had, fish shortages, the time that we flooded. I wasn't here for the flood, but...
Recent funeral.
Yeah, the recent funeral that just happened. Poor Melvin.
Yes.
Did you know Melvin?
Nenaxi's not necessarily a big city.
Were you friendly with him?
I mean, he kind of weirded me out. He looked odd.
Pa calling the kettle black there, long arms.
But anyway, yeah,
Understood.
go complete that trial, and we can let you into here. It would be nice to have some new blood in the ranks.
Yes.
And you see him just awkwardly smile, just... or him, yeah.
Very good. Have a lovely evening, friend. Sure we can find another place for the evening.
Sure. And I guess we start walking back to the ship. Hopefully we can join our companions there.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
Yeah, I think that's the best bet. I would not want to spend a night away in case anything happens to them.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Anything else before I call them in?
Yeah, Olaf, I appreciate the gift you got me in the shop back there.
Oh, you're very welcome.
And I reach into my pocket and I also grab a stone and I go as a gift as well.
Forgive me? What does it look like?
I forget what it was. It was a crystal.
Oh,
Crystal barrel?
yeah.
Okay.
So it's a bluish green hued stone. It's probably that big. Just well polished bluish green stone. And I just pass it over to you.
I would crush it. But thank you.
It would mean a lot if you would take this.
I can't. I would crush it.
Why would you crush it?
It's in my nature. Sometimes, things within me require answers, and not always are those answers to keep safe.
Do you know what gives the stone its value? You might assume it's its beauty or the colors behind it. It's its durability. It cannot be crushed.
Do you enjoy a challenge? Yeah? No, I'll take it then.
Yep.
I won't crush it now, but just hold it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, when it comes to justice in the city, I think that it is something that is going to be a bit more skewed outside of your perspectives. And remember that our crew is here to interweave. I think it will be less bloodshed if we do it with some sense of subtlety.
I can promise I'll do what needs to be done.
I trust that you will.
I
trust that you will. But not every person in this city may deserve to be brought to justice. Some of them, as that long-armed fellow, may simply be a fool swept up by the wind.
Those that demand justice let upon them will receive the justice that is deserved on them. I will not become a murderer. I will not take innocent lives of those that did nothing wrong or were simply swept up in a wrong crowd.
Very
but
good.
I know who deserves what they need. And
Very
it is my job to make sure that they get what is deserved.
Very good. I am
Thank you for the follow.
Thank
you very much.
very proud to serve by you, and I think that when we view the vastness of that wind, perhaps we can see the smaller gusts inside, and maybe those can be more quietly culled with the help of our friends Stalk and Crom. I think that they are well equipped to do tasks of that necessity, whereas you and I can maintain this face for now until we can be a new guard of sorts for a city such as this.
I won't lie, it's difficult for me to trust Crom. I'm trying, but he wears my patience.
Yes.
I think Stalk is a good asset to the crew, but I can't quite feel out Crom yet.
I think Crom has many layers to who he is as a man, and that in time he will become more comfortable and willingly shed some of those layers.
And what about the other two? How do you feel about your friend becoming a guard? Do you think he's...
Flint?
Sure.
Oh no, Flint would never be a guard. Flint is not well equipped for it. He is not as eager or ready to get his hands dirty. Flint has always been, suppose you could say, much more vocal in how he would attempt to deal with dilemmas. And that personality sometimes is a bit too malleable for a guard. Guards require some sense of sternness.
I worry for him and Chessa. Chessa for similar reasons on the opposite end of the spectrum. She seems strong-hearted, but I can't see her as a guard. I don't know how she would...
No, they'll find other positions. There will be other things to do in Nenaxi once we are done. Not just guards. Perhaps Chessa could be integral to some sort of educational system or some kind of legality within the city. And then Flint could be, well, town crier or something comparable.
Auctioneer.
Yes. At the end of the day, I think Flint will find something that feels natural to him, as will Chessa. I think that their paths are not ones that we need to set them on, but ensure that their paths stay safe and whole.
It's been instilled in me to protect those that can't help themselves, and I worry for them too. And it overwhelms me how much I want to make sure nothing happens to them.
Nothing will happen to them. You're here.
True.
No
Just
stress.
crackle the fire.
Nothing to fret
You're-
about. Chessa is, I suppose you could say, quiet and reserved, but her magic has some value, as does Flint's. And ideally, his pact with Zogglethar does not end up claiming him. But to what end, we will see. It is part of Flint's repercussions for taking a lamp that was not his own, and a burden he must now bear. But I think that the crew, I think that the loyalty within will be tested shortly, and we'll see whether or not anyone wavers. But we have an idea, we have a goal, we have a sense of purpose here in Nenaxi, and I think that it is a good thing that we evaluate ourselves and our friends.
I agree. To the ship.
And I'll say you guys were having that conversation while you were walking along. So now you would arrive to the ship. I'm going to go ahead and call them in.
Yeah.
Kick us out.
Oh, you guys are at the ship now.
Oh,
In
true.
case they
that's
want
right.
to do
Oh, that's
anything
fair.
during
That's
that brief conversation.
I don't know if that took.
I'll just yell at them.
Oh, here they come.
Hey!
Hi.
Howdy.
Time to kill dog.
We back.
I expect nothing else.
Yeah.
So I just want to see if you guys had anything you wanted to do on your way while you were walking to the ship.
I don't think so.
We're walking to the ship from which direction? From the store, correct?
Right. So wherever you'd like to place the ship, because it's currently in a box.
We haven't gone to pick up our stuff yet, right? That's tomorrow. From Flex Bowman.
Yes,
that's tomorrow morning.
Okay. Then no, I'm good. I'm gonna just walk to the water and
Head back
suppose
to.
we'll sleep here then.
I suppose we'll go back to the divers club.
We can put the
Divers
ship.
club, yeah.
We'd be
Suppose
able to
we
look
can-
out for those buoys.
Put the ship out there.
Seems to be like one of the few places that we can sleep easy.
I think so. And if our friends look for us, they'll see the ship, but that's probably the first place they'll check as well.
Though it may dissuade, what was her name?
Regeva?
No, the lady, D.
Oh. The dude down below? Or Devothra?
Devothrin.
Y'all killed her.
Yeah, but it may dissuade her crew from, acting on any buoys that might rise up if we're too close.
Well, the buoys will rise up only if her crew goes down there anyway.
I also don't think they'll be looking for a black buoys.
Yeah. So I think we'll be all right.
I think we should be fine.
Yeah. We'll head back to Nenaxi Divers and
Cool.
walk to the edge of the dock, wave to Kesgrim.
Hello!
How you doing, Kesgrim?
Good, good. No buoys yet.
How are the ribs?
They were good.
Are you referring to food ribs? I was referring to your ribs that are healing, okay?
Yeah, they're also good.
I ate really well. Also, I can do this now.
Yeah, they're also really good. They're doing a lot better.
It's great. I'm glad they're healing. I didn't know what you had for lunch today.
Ribs.
Okay, great. That's confusing.
Isn't it?
Yeah, very. Anyway, we're gonna head to the water, and I toss the box out into the water, and I say the command word as it's flying through the air.
Okay.
Kesgrim,
Yeah.
I brought you back something, and I pull out a piece of carbuncle turkey.
Nice.
You liked the last one. I thought you might like this one.
That's good.
Is it good?
Yeah. I like it. You got any more? Got any more? This'll do. Thank you.
That'll keep you up. Do you sleep ever? How does this work?
I sleep sometimes.
So you might have missed a buoy while you were sleeping then.
Well, I wouldn't be able to see a black buoy at night, so I figured, should I sleep during the day?
No, definitely no, definitely not.
Oh, okay, yeah, well then, no, I haven't seen any yet.
See if perhaps you can get some goggles that let you see at night or something. Orvigo might know where to procure those for you.
But then when will I sleep?
You could still sleep at night, but just kind of the time that it gets dark before you go to sleep. You don't go to sleep as soon as the sun goes down, right? You don't sleep for like 12 hours a day.
No.
Okay, great.
Only when I get beat up.
Fair. Yes, you might want to look into that. We can try to find something for you, but I would talk to Orvigo and see if perhaps there's something there for you.
That's a good idea. Yeah, I'll do that.
Great. Well, you have a wonderful night. We're going to go sleep on our ship.
All right, see you later.
Goodbye. Like to lower us down?
Oh, yeah, sure, absolutely.
Thank you.
He lowers you down. You guys go down on the ship. And you're there for a couple minutes before you hear voices upstairs.
We have like a room inside of this boat that we
Yeah.
can sleep. Yeah, okay.
One room, like a big sleeping quarters kind of
Yeah,
deal.
we'll make it.
Like the bunk beds.
It's
like
we'll say it's the width, of the ship, so you've got enough room for all of y'all to be in there. And as soon as they come back in, I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Yep.
Did you summon them?
I did. There they come.
Mm-hmm.
What time did we say that we had to go? That she was going to be leaving?
Leaving like 8 a.m.
Okay.
So you guys approach Nenaxi divers. And Kezgrim, hey, your friends just went down.
Yeah, I guess we should follow.
All right, cool.
Keskrim.
Yeah, just grab onto the hook. I'll lower you down.
See anything interesting?
No, I was just telling Flint I haven't seen any yet.
Good. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll be sure, especially if you're just going to be right there. I'll tell you when I see something. You'll hear me yell, "Buoy!"
Buoy!
Very good. I'm gonna give him 5 gold.
Thanks, man.
Buy yourself something nice, Keskrim.
I will. Crom just gave me jerky, too. This is great.
You're a great man, and I appreciate that you're part of our crew, Keskrim.
Hell yeah.
Hell
I'll
yeah.
never doubt you.
I'm gonna buy more
And you
jerky.
guys lower down onto the ship where you join up with your friends.
Compelling
Go to the
jerky.
bathroom while y'all reunite.
Yeah. While we get lowered down by Keskrim, everyone is on the ship, correct?
We're in the
Yeah, we're in
quarters.
the
You're in the
sleeping
quarters? Like individually?
There's one big.
There's one large
one big
quarter.
room.
Okay, so it's like a cabin type captain's quarters, and
Yeah.
we're all sharing the old master bedroom. Fantastic. Open the door and step inside. I guess see that everyone is here. Sorry everyone, seems that we need to complete our second trial before we're going to be permitted to stay overnight in the guard tower.
Understandable.
Have they told you how many trials there
No,
are?
I believe it is only the 2. I've had no direct answer as to quantity, but it seems as though everyone equates this second task with a much more nefarious sense of business and not something that everyone likes to talk about afterwards. I do know that there are horrifying creatures out in the woods. One of them has long, tentacly arms, and our good long-armed fellow was sent out to kill one for his first task.
They're called stranglers?
Yes, rainbow-colored creatures with long tentacles that attempt to grab you and eat you.
You sure that he isn't one of these stranglers?
Did find it odd that he was sent to
He did suck
tackle...
on me for a while, so... Uh-oh.
My arms are growing!
Did you happen to find out any more information on the woman we'll be robbing?
Tabitha? No, unfortunately. Ziphli was not present, and the individuals who are guards over here don't really know much about Tabitha. I think that our best bet is in the morning when the 2 of you enter in to find this journal, and perhaps actually what could be done is an interesting utilization of our good friend Chessa's mouse. You're able to see through it, yes?
Yes.
I think that there is possibly a purpose of entering in with just the mouse first,
Staying undetected.
staying undetected, and seeing what
Scoping
this
out the
journal
building.
actually entails.
It's certainly possible. It's as long as there's entry.
Yes.
And I'm close enough. With a pretty big range. Let me double check on
While this conversation is going on, I would like kind of absent-mindedly
It's
be
only
looking at my
100
little
feet.
bug in its jaw. Is it still alive?
Yeah.
Would I have any indication of how to keep it alive? Like, I want to give it a bit of my ration. Does it eat meat? Would I know?
Yeah, it would eat meat. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna drop some of the meat-based part of a ration into the little jar and
All right. It
kind of be playing with that while this is going on.
starts to shine a like off-white color.
Okay.
We did mention to Kesgrim that perhaps he should pick up some goggles of some kind that allow him to see at night in the dark. He mentioned that he couldn't see a black buoy at night, and I did check to make sure that he wasn't going to sleep literally as soon as the sun goes down and waking up 12 hours later. He indicated that he wasn't, but it is difficult for him to see at night, so I asked him to talk to Orvigo about it.
Very good. Very good. As for this journal,
I can only communicate with him 100 feet out. So I would have to get quite close to this.
to the building.
Yes.
Yes. But if you're able to utilize its senses, if you're able to read through it, nothing's stopping us from sitting outside of the building.
This building is in the west, isn't it?
Yes.
Are we permitted access to the west?
Ziphli, he gave us passes,
Yeah.
correct? Yeah. He gave us passes to utilize for this task,
Alright.
and all will be able to accompany us. But I think there is no reason to potentially endanger if we're able to find an access point in for your mouse. If not, I trust Stalk and Crom.
Flint, you seem very charismatic. Perhaps you can maybe put on a performance in the street while we gather nearby.
I could,
Sunny days.
Sarah, can I have the Pigpen cipher real quick?
Eggs, bacon, and toast.
Sure, I could pull something off.
Enough to draw a crowd to keep us hidden and close enough to the house that the mouse will be able to communicate
Certainly,
with
I
Tessa.
could make a ruckus at the very least.
Would not like a paper.
Minor ruckus.
Minor ruckus.
Yes.
That's fine.
It may be further away from the house. This one would not like any extra eyes
Yes.
Understandable.
drawn to what we're doing.
Yes, I think that there is a good sense of purpose in Minerva, you keeping watch over Flint.
Sure.
When he does his performance, make sure that he's fine. I'll keep watch over Chessa, and Crom and Stalk can enter the house. This way, if anything happens to any individual within the party, there are points of contact along this line, something that Flint and I are accustomed to having to do. Almost like a caravan of sorts for information.
Do we know where she's going during the day? She's just going out on a boat.
Yeah, she takes a boat out and she goes out into the woods.
Her house should be empty. So hopefully move fairly quickly, get in, get out, especially if we have the mouse telling us where the book is.
I'm only worried for if she decides to come home early.
I mean, we'll be outside. I'm sure Flint has no problem creating a distraction
No, certainly not. I have
to
some...
keeping her from going into her house.
Chessa,
Yes.
do you have spare books?
Uh,
Blank ones. Journals, perhaps?
I think I got those ones from, tablet, please.
Not, it's always something that Flint can disguise himself and go make a simple purchase early in the morning.
Easily.
Didn't we find them? Did I give them to someone else? Or did I not take them?
What?
Books. Was that in this campaign?
I don't remember.
There's too many inventories. I'm encumbered.
I mean, at worst, a book is like 10 gold. Like a
I'll say
blank.
you've got a couple pages of like spare journal paper or something at the least.
Do we want that? We wanted a book.
I want a whole
Yeah.
A whole
journal.
book?
I thought I found black
Yeah.
books in... While we were under water? Maybe where?
We found the spell scrolls while we were down
We
there.
found spells.
I don't
didn't
remember
we?
finding books.
Yeah, there
I
weren't
don't
any. I don't
remember,
think
though.
there was any books.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Maybe it was a different campaign.
You did pick up scrolls
I'll
from
run and get
Yeah.
what's her face.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think
no,
that,
unfortunately,
again...
I have my journal and I have my spell book and that's
Yeah.
it.
And Chessa, how adept do you think you are at being able to potentially mirror someone's handwriting, at least in part?
Not proficient in it. can try. What would that be?
To mimic handwriting for calligraphy, maybe?
What is that? Not a sleight of hand check, is it?
Would it be deception?
For what?
Or performance?
Mirroring someone's handwriting.
Yeah.
I would.
If you're not proficient in.
I think I would make it an intelligence check.
Just like a straight up intelligence check.
Yeah.
You're not good at those.
That's why I'm asking.
Yeah.
My thought process is go buy a journal that looks like a blank journal, sneak into this house with this mouse, read the journal, forge the journal, give Tabitha a note. Tell Tabitha that we're being tasked to look into her. And now we have Tabitha, and we have the journal. Why only take one of the things when we could have both of the things?
I mean, this is a test of loyalty. What if Ziphli's working with Tabitha, and this is simply a test to see what if Tabitha's in on it as well?
To see whether or not we would take it?
And if we give a note saying that we're working with Ziphli, that would break his trust.
Would it?
Would assume so.
Interesting. Possible?
We could use vague language to say that we were sent by someone of a higher position,
Possible?
naming the person without naming them.
I think the decision could be made as soon as we see what the contents are of the journal.
Very true.
Ziphli gave us every intention of not killing this woman, but we were speaking in front of other individuals. He told us, though, that she was investigating into things inside of the city that she should not be, and that he needed to attempt to remedy that situation before it was brought to light in the city.
Yeah.
We were also told that the guards, for their second tasks, do a nefarious business, and that we were not permitted into the guard tower because there are things inside that we should not see until our loyalty has been proven. An indication of, again, some other kind of nefarious interactions going on inside of the guard tower.
I can definitely see where that would be helpful, because we could blackmail the one side if they come against us and blackmail the other side against us. Should need be. Calculated risks, right?
Exactly.
That's what you always say.
Yes.
Indeed.
This is a calculated risk, knowing that our end goal is to overtake Ziphli himself directly.
I don't
And-
like him.
No, neither do
I
I.
don't think anybody does.
No, and I think that Ziphli has for far too long been able to enact his will over the city, and I think that many of the people here who follow him do so out of fear.
This one is curious what Ziphli doesn't want
Exactly.
happening.
Yes. And I think that depending on what the contents are of this journal, if it is an indictment of Ziphli and his actions and demeanor inside of the city, or some other criminal activity he may be involved in, we can make the decision then to enter and fully take the journal, take it to Ziphli, or attempt to forge the journal, or take the journal and still leave Tabitha a note indicating to her that we know, take our time with some additional parchment that Chessa might have, copy down the pertinent pieces of information inside of the journal, still deliver the journal, but now provide
An alliance, possibly.
an alliance with Tabitha herself.
And if we do wish to key her into the fact that we know something about her, it's possible that she will run to report that to someone and we could follow her. Could have Stalk do it.
Who would she report to?
I don't know, but if she is perhaps working for someone,
You mean someone inside of Nenaxi that is a competitor towards Ziphli, or someone outside of Nenaxi?
Possibly a rebel. Or
I
a
mean-
rebel group.
Possibly.
We
Okay.
can't be the only ones that feel the way we do about Ziphli. I mean, even Tesgrim said that he was suspicious of the things going on in town.
Yes.
Would we be aware of like any sort of like a town newspaper, or would it just be like the message boards that are pretty much kind of posted up?
There would just be the one message board. I'll say you're not aware of any like town newspaper or anything like
No
that.
town print of
How
any sort.
information gets passed in Nenaxi, so far as you can tell now, is through word of mouth in that message board.
I suppose maybe she might have a way that we could find out how to, if we find out some unsavory information about Ziphli, we could spread that information based on what we learned from her,
Absolutely.
and kind of let his infrastructure crumble beneath him.
Absolutely. a man that rules on fear and coin. If one of those two things are robbed of him, I think it would be much more pressing and difficult for him to be able to maintain his rule here in Nenaxi.
Precisely. I've tried to do something like this before, but I was unsuccessful. I was a bit more brash with it too, with burning down the house and all, but I think I like this plan better.
And if it all comes crumbling down, fires are a shared duty now. I think that you'll enjoy burning things together, if it comes to that. Some things must
Fire's
be
no
burned.
concern of mine.
Mm-hmm. Some things must be burned.
And from the ash it'll rise anew.
Exactly.
With some smoke and strange ceremonies, I'm sure.
Harmony.
And justice.
And
Harmony and
justice.
justice.
So much justice.
Sounds
The
like a
old
lot like
HJ.
Joe. Oh no!
The strong arm of the law.
Oh.
So you're saying it's a harmony job?
And when justice is delivered, it is swift.
I'm very swift to just.
Did you get it, Sarah?
Yeah.
Nice.
Swift, effective justice.
What?
You ran out of room for the one word. You just continued the whole word on the next
Oh,
one.
yeah.
You're the worst.
I didn't want to make it too easy, but then I made it too difficult.
So I suppose I'm going to shuffle off to bed. Me and Flint have to be out early in the morning to go pick up a few things.
Indeed.
I think it'll be good to have all of us get a comfortable long rest, pick the ship back up, make sure that Keskrim is still set and ready for his duty, and then we have many things to attend to.
I got it.
Pardon me?
Oh, the note.
Oh,
Sorry, I
very good.
checked out there a bit.
All right.
What does it say?
It says, it says journal, but I think it's meant to say journal.
This note writer sounds illiterate.
He'll adapt to reading.
I suppose they don't have spell check down here.
Yeah,
Spell check.
I'll forgive the writer for that one.
Thank you.
It's a bit difficult when you can't read it yourself, but it says, bring my journal here for the path it will not reveal. Sorry. Bring my journal here for the path it will not reveal itself until it is here.
I wonder if that's anything like the journal of... What is his name? The dude that found
guy.
Yeah.
The
OG drop boy.
Oh, Uteist.
Uteist.
Or Clav.
The first pariah.
Yeah.
Isn't Tabitha supposed to enter the woods in the morning?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's her journal.
Was it described to us which side of the lake she was traveling to?
I believe you said east. DJ?
Hmm?
Which side of the lake is Tabitha going to?
The west.
It was west. Okay.
That's also where you found that
Bring
note.
my journal.
Maybe someone should follow her after all.
This one,
Or
perhaps.
this one could follow if you don't need me in her house.
He's
Yeah, I
gonna
just shake my chainmail. I'm not all that sneaky.
He's gonna
Bring my
creep.
journal.
Creep.
Leave me alone, John.
This way you guys can all enjoy it. I'm writing it that way,
Journal.
Yeah, bring journal.
Maybe that's how she meant it.
right?
Well, perhaps a gerbil?
Gerbil.
Looking for a lost pet.
Can you make a gerbil appear with your fancy hat of yours? Gerbil.
Not
roll,
today.
Roll a gerbil check.
Gerbil.
With advantage. I'm
Matt
proficient in gerbil.
Phrasing is a bit, what's the word I'm looking for?
Crude?
Crude, that's not exactly...
Dumb?
Vague?
Love you.
Just squint staring.
Staring
journal.
intensifies.
The letter itself just rumples up with an angry face.
Oh, it's one of the Hogwarts letters where the howlers just scream.
Ronald Weasley!
How dare you steal that brown?
If you put another toe! Oh.
Yeah, it's... There's a bit of
Well, I think that there's something for us to infer that the note would have been left in the woods for her to pick up. What we were there like yesterday afternoon, like evening-ish. Correct?
That was you guys haven't taken your long rest yet,
It was today.
so it was
early.
today,
Yeah, it's not past midnight. You're fair. Cool.
But in the middle of the woods, at the end of the path,
Yes.
ribbons.
So
Whoever,
yes, once
presumably Tabitha, was meant to receive this note knows what it means. But from the outside, it just seems the journal will reveal some sort of path. What that path is, where it goes, what it's for, we do not have
be
any
the-
information on.
Something with the ribbons, perhaps?
or the writing itself will not be revealed. Could be that there is some kind of inclinations in the journal itself
a different
that
key.
these ribbons might reveal.
Or perhaps
But
on
it
this note
seems
itself.
to.
Is this note, like, you wrote it on just this top bit. Is there empty space on the note that we found?
No, it would fill the
Okay.
page. That was just me being me.
Well, it also says, bring my journal. I do not know then if it means that it is actually Tabitha's journal. If Tabitha is the one going in the morning, and the note was left, Tabitha would be the one retrieving the note. Or the individual who was supposed to retrieve the note yesterday did not yet retrieve the note. But we know that Tabitha is the one with a journal.
So it wouldn't make sense for her to bring the journal to the woods if she doesn't know the note's there. So then the notebook should still be at the house.
Yes.
Indeed.
Unless she arranged the thing and her journal is the key and that note wasn't meant for her at all.
Possibly. Either way, I think what we should do is in the morning see whether or not, when she leaves, she takes the journal with her. If she takes the journal with her, then we know that she has read this.
If she takes the journal, we can't go to Ziphli empty-handed.
Correct, that is when we follow her out into the woods into the west, using Stalk as our guide. But I think that it is best if we sleep and be ready for anything tomorrow.
Right
I
now.
agree.
Very good.
Cool.
We
So
got
you,
the passes from Ziphli, right?
Yeah.
you got 8 pass, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one, it accommodates all 6.
Okay.
So you guys finish discussing your plans for the next day and lay down to take your long rest. When you take your long rest, what time would you like to wake up?
Early.
Before the
Early.
sun, with the
Before-
sun?
I would say before the sun.
Yeah, I would try and wake up as early as possible, like 6 a.m. If we have
Yeah.
to, like, shit starts happening at 8, we gotta go do it at 9. Me and him have to run out and go do this, that, and the other. I would wake up earlier than everybody and wake up Flint and be like, let's go.
All right.
You don't need to sing.
I wasn't going to. That's
I thought you liked to, but
it's something he enjoys.
okay. Shall we then?
I mean, yes,
Yeah.
of course.
I would be
So, we're gonna get
grumpy
up and-
towards you today.
We're gonna flag down. That's great.
Okay. Yeah, you step out onto the deck of the ship, and as you
Do we
step,
have provisions on this ship?
it didn't come with any.
Yeah.
Like beds and stuff like that. It would have come with, but
Not
not.
like food or anything.
Yeah.
The melancholy.
The melancholy. So you step out onto the deck and you see the sun is just starting to peak over the horizon to the east. Yeah.
Fucking rises in the west.
Is the sun a rainbow?
No.
Just the baby from fucking.
It's a baby face.
eyes! Ow!
It's the screaming sun from Rick and Morty.
Yeah, no, the sun's just starting to peak over the eastern horizon. You guys kind of stand there for a moment, taking in the beautiful view of the mountains just spread out across. You see all the multicolored trees with the bright orange sun just rising beyond the horizon, casting orange glow out onto the water as it glistens in the sunrise.
I assume it's probably kind of foggy, considering we're sitting on a lake fresh
yeah,
in
it's
the
kind of
morning.
foggy.
Cool.
I'll say everyone. Do you guys wanted to wake up? We'll say everyone else starts waking up at about this time as well.
I've got morning face on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Eyes only
one
up.
eye
Yeah, just
closed.
And Yeah, if you
have-
guys.
Who in the
You two
group is the
are you
morning
two
people?
heading out?
Yeah, I
Okay,
was gonna run
that's
out
fine.
and go get our errands done before you guys were up and ready to leave.
Yeah, that's fine. You guys can be leaving as we're
Yeah.
waking up.
Mhm.
Totally fine
So
with
as
that.
we would have left, since I know that Olaf would have liked my my morning singing, I'm gonna pour out my my water skin onto the floor and cast shape water, and make it into a small like purple dancing figure that's just kind of dancing around to provide him with some morning entertainment since my song cannot be available today. and then I'm gonna leave.
So we'll say everyone else, you all wake up right as Karam and Flint hit Nenaxi and begin walking. You guys walk out onto the deck just so I don't have to describe that sunrise again. And you see it as well. Very pretty sight.
I do a small jig with the purple water.
I like it. It's Barry! Drinking all the ale.
Yeah, and find my other companions out on the dock.
Okay.
I need to buy some coffee.
Mm-hmm.
It's too early for this.
Do the errand.
Yeah, there's no. It's probably not going to be long, so I don't want to make everyone leave.
That's fine.
You guys find yourselves at fine leather we're having. Bones and Bows. That's right. Sorry. Find yourselves at Bones and Bows.
Too early for your shit. Point at the sign.
I hate you.
Fuck you.
You walk in and you see Flex standing there once more. Hey,
Good morning, Flex.
Hi,
morning.
Flex. You're awfully chipper
Yeah, I was
this
gonna
morning.
say you're.
Oh yeah, I woke up. I got to get the hunt in. And I just got back. I'm feeling it.
No.
Do you sleep early then?
Sleep?
He's just like shaking, like.
Where's this
Slept
man?
in 30 years.
Sure.
I mean, I sit quietly in a room for a while, but I don't.
Okay. Are the walls padded, Flex?
I believe you had a couple of things for us that we had you working on.
Yeah, the crossbow and
Glasses.
that's right, the glasses.
Sure,
And
yeah.
he turns around and retrieves them both and he goes, "Here you go."
Thank you. I'll
It's very
fix it
hard.
onto my right arm.
How good do they look?
The glasses?
Are they well made?
Roll a percentage check.
17.
They're effective.
They're just glued together. It's just
Utility
regular
over
glasses with
comfort.
patches of
These are nice.
Good. Glad you like them.
Thank you. Gonna go
Well-
ahead and put them on. Flex, real quick, you wouldn't know of any place that we could find something to eat or drink on our way down to the Nenaxi divers? That's not the Rusty Keel.
Oh, you kicked out of there.
He wasn't having a good day.
I didn't know Luffy to have bad days, but sure, man.
I
You'd
think
be
he. I
surprised.
think he was too much
Maybe.
too much of the Feywild.
I mean,
that
I've got
day.
some food here if you'd like. But as far as like a
Is it
rest.
not? It's not wood then, or?
Oh no, it's not wooden. You can't eat wood.
Again, Flex,
You're not
you've
trying
just-
hard enough, Flex.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've got some food here. You want some of that? But
Do you have any?
bark salad.
Yes.
What was it called? Coffee?
oh, you want coffee?
Oh no!
There's some coffee over there. Yeah.
No.
Can I get enough to serve 6?
Yeah, I guess you can just take the pot. I'll make another one.
Thank you.
Literally.
He makes enough.
Make another one.
Flint, should we pick him up any food?
Probably. I think that would be helpful.
What do you have?
I got bread.
Bread?
Do you have any meats or anything? You did just go hunting.
No, I didn't get anything.
Okay. So very effective then.
Very
I-
unsensitive.
Good morning.
It was a rough day, you know.
6 a.m.
Day's over.
But yeah, I
Today's
got some
awful.
bread. I'm a man of simple taste.
Some bark stew.
I suppose we'll be fine then with just the coffees.
There you go. Yeah, and you walk over and grab the coffee pot, and it's like a wooden coffee pot. You see, it's made of like Oh, we used to have one up here.
Like a tankard.
I'm not gonna lift that. Yeah, but like a barrel with the bands, in the split wood. It looks just like that, but it's shaped roughly like a coffee
Got
pot,
little lines on
like
it.
a pitcher.
Well, thank you, Flex, and I appreciate this.
Yeah, no problem at all.
You have yourself a nice day, and I throw him a piece of carbuncle meat. That's from my hunt. You can have some.
Thanks, man. This tastes like shit.
Yeah.
You gotta cook it first.
Did you cook it, Flex?
Just chop it in a roll?
I'm supposed to cook it again?
He didn't say it was jerky. He said it was meat.
Oh. I might be the problem. Hey, I'll try to cook it.
Does he need the glasses? You've been hunting man this whole time. Oh no!
He looks in his
Accidentally a
corner.
killer.
Yeah, there's just skin hanging. Oh! I gotta hide that.
Oh no!
Don't drink that coffee!
Don't look behind the skin curtain.
It's a Wizard of Oz, but like really fucked. Oh my god.
We're all
So
Frozen bones!
you get your coffee pot and you begin to make your way back to the ship. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Are we going to get the book?
Oh yeah, did you want to stop and grab the book?
Yeah.
We can. I guess the
ahead.
general store?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll head to the general store.
What's their name? I'm gonna hate the name when I
Nenaxi
find
Knickknacks?
it.
Yep.
That's it. The
It's
Nenaxi
definitely
Knickknacks.
the
Yep.
Nenaxi Knickknacks.
Yep, that's it.
And I'm gonna
You head back in there
Knickknacks, Knickknacks.
and yeah, the
Is
no,
that her?
that's-
that's Juara.
Oh, good. Hate that girl.
That's I don't have a name for that.
Well, you do not have a name.
I'm,
Yeah, we haven't gone in yet.
Okay.
I'm getting over to it.
We don't have any.
Name. What's his name?
There we go. You walk in, and there is a you see a small gnomish woman wearing like a tunic. You see her arms are covered in tattoos of like waves and like sea serpents, and you see a rainbow serpent like wrapping around her arm down to her hand, where the head is planted on her hand.
Badass.
I love this woman.
He goes, "Well, hello. Thank you for coming. I'm very pleased to make your acquaintance. Now, if you would make do with haste, I'm busy."
Starting very early this morning. I like it. We came by just solely to look for a journal.
Here you go.
Just give her
Just reaches behind her onto a bookshelf without looking, grabs it, and just, here you go.
Did we need anything else, Flint?
I don't think so. You don't happen to have any food, non-perishables or anything?
I suppose I can supply you with sustenance. She reaches down and finds just like,
Rations?
yeah, rations. Thank you. Whew, that word.
A human leg.
Here you are. That'll be
Flex just dropped this off.
Fresh
Oh.
that'll be 5 copper.
How much for the book?
Oh, silver.
Okay. Thank you very much.
I appreciate your patronage.
Of course.
I appreciate you helping us. Thank you.
What is your name? Flint Ironfist.
Oh, I am Iris Miranda.
Oh, a normal fucking name.
Yeah, right?
It's not Nicholas Nackington.
Can we roll this back? Can it please be Nicholas Nackington? Oh my god.
I was just waiting. It's like, it's gotta be it, right?
Oh my god.
Oh my.
Oh, shit, dude. Wow.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
dude. Legit, thank you.
Crit Fiddle, thank you
Wow.
so much for
Thank you so much.
$135.69.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Nice.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you so,
Nice.
so much. Oh my god.
Wait, everyone on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Nice. Seriously, thank you very much. That is unbelievably generous of you. Thank you so much.
We love to entertain.
Yes.
Indeed.
We get some hype in the chat, please.
Nicholas Nackington. Because we're the dumbest fucking people in the world.
I'm glad that happened at the same time.
Yeah, right. We said that, and that's what got us money. Fucking God.
Sold.
Yeah, right. They hadn't hit Nackington.
God damn it, they've done it.
Oh, fucking hell.
Comedy.
Well, if there's nothing else,
Nothing that I can think of now.
please exit if you're done.
Please buy something else.
Please, God, please.
Just please leave. It's 6 o'clock in the morning.
Great, have a wonderful day. Thank you very much
Yep.
for the help.
Bye-bye.
I just walk outside. What the fuck? Is that?
She seemed very off.
I'm concerned that she doesn't actually own the shop. It's possible the shop owner was like dead behind, especially given, look at the other names of the shopkeepers, and this is a normal person. The shopkeeper, Nicholas Nackington, might have been dead behind the counter.
Are you telling me that behind that counter we would find knick-knack?
In the Naxi?
Oh, God!
Well, perhaps he's asleep and Nick-Knack is napping behind the counter of Nenaxi Nick-Knack.
No way!
Nonsense.
Start angrily swinging at the sea.
I sense things I hate.
I hate. Oh my god, I hate. Unbridled rage. Why?
It's the deep, unbridled hatred. Oh my
What's wrong?
god.
I can feel it on the wind.
Right. Get the fuck back to the
Back
ship.
to our friends then?
Back to our friends. We'll
Alrighty.
investigate that murder later, I suppose.
We'll have to come back.
At least we have something to do in the future.
Yeah, true.
Add it to the
Justice
agenda.
needs to be done.
You're welcome for that plot line.
Episode 10, the murder of Nicholas Nackington.
The hunt for Nicholas Nackington.
If we could make him a ghost, cutting back to Harry Potter, nearly
you go.
headless.
There we
Nicholas
go.
Nackington.
Nearly headless.
There we go.
Nearly headless Nicholas Nackington.
Yeah, we're going back to the ship.
All right, so you guys make your way back to the ship. You pass by the Naxi just beginning in the morning. You know, people are just starting to spill out into the street and wake themselves up. See, they're all mostly dressed in the same clothes you've seen before, like, you know,
Just people.
neutral colored clothing, brown and, you know, hues of brown and tan and
I'm
beige.
assuming some glum faces.
Yeah, some glum faces, some people that look like they're not even really awake yet. They're just moving on autopilot. You soon arrive back to the deck of your ship, the Melancholy. And Nesgrim goes, "Oh, hey! I'm keeping an eye out, don't worry."
Yeah, we'll ascend, because, I mean, we would want to meet them inside of Ergaba's,
Okay.
simply because we know we're going to go to the west first.
Yeah, so you see them walk up to Ergaba's.
Hope your errands were interesting.
Yeah, we have a potential murder to investigate in the future, but we retrieved the things as well as I got my thing that I purchased from Flex. We've got the book, we've got coffees for everyone, and some breakfast rations.
You got coffee?
Assuming Crom did not consume the entire pot on the way back.
It was terrible.
Did you drink any of the coffee on your way here?
Not yet.
Can I pour you the glass of coffee?
Nope! And I immediately hand it to Chessa. We also brought rations back for you. For you guys, so that you can have a bunch of food and then we can go and be strong.
Grab my water skin. You know, this actually makes it taste better. Let me.
Oh, you're right. Put the coffee in it.
No.
And then I'll carry it around and drink it all the time.
Are we on the ship, by the way, or are we on the dock?
We're on the dock.
Okay, I'm going to retrieve the ship, say the command word, shrink it, grab the thing, and have Kesrim haul me up. I'm also going to refill my water skin out of the lake.
Okay.
They shit in there, Don.
I'm not planning on drinking it. I'm going to make
They
the water
shit in
dance.
The bathrooms in the Naxi town.
Yeah.
It's not
Morning, neighbor!
It's a hot one.
It's like 40 degrees outside.
Yeah!
Everyone just has IBS.
That's what the
I
sun was in the
hadn't
tunnel.
considered that.
Uh-oh. I hate these shitty plot lines.
The crones of Nenaxi.
Not referring to old women.
It's just me.
Oh.
So you all, you're standing in Ergaba's.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
as long
drinking
as nobody
coffee.
else has anything to do, we want to make sure we get over to the west.
Okay.
And
Quickly.
Yes, quickly.
Make your way through the docks, across the pathway that you had gone down before, where you were stopped by the guards, and two guards standing there on the docks. Hey!
I'm going to pull out the thing that was given to us from Ziphli to indicate that we're permitted pass to the west.
Yeah, we're here on orders.
You're good.
Thank you, friend.
Yep.
Have a good day.
You too.
Flint Iron Fist, by the way.
Oh,
Why?
hey there.
What's your name?
Why?
Jackson Smith.
Thank you.
Flaxen.
Have a wonderful day.
Thanks, you too.
Flint, why would you give him your name?
So that way, if Ziphli asks one of the guards, he knows that we were actually here.
I mean, you aren't supposed to be here, Flint. It is a task for Minerva and I.
Sure, I'll leave.
I mean, you don't need to leave. It's just
No, it's a good point.
gifting everyone your name.
It's fair.
When
I had
we're
not
on
considered that.
a mission of espionage.
Fair enough.
I know that they've seen our faces and things like that, but
Just trying to get some information out of him in case he
It was a simple mistake. Just be cautious
mistake.
next time.
yes. Remember, we're here to be discreet,
Of course.
sneaky.
Creep.
You can also now just sing your name, I guess, in the West District.
Sure.
It's also a good idea, actually. Maybe this way people will want to come see the glorious tales of Flint Iron Fist.
Of course.
Yes. Don't use my name.
No, never.
Very good. Or Stalks.
Of course not.
Or Minerva's.
No.
Grom's.
No, it'll be Flint Iron Fist and the Dancing Kesgrim. It'll be the water on the ground.
I love that. Yeah?
So you make your way through the west to, I believe Ziphli gave you her address.
Yeah.
It was like west something. I can't remember now.
Yep.
It's been a while.
Mm-hmm.
Make your way over. It's still really early in the morning. You're there before she usually leaves.
Yeah.
And
Like
as you're
8 a.m.-ish?
yeah,
Okay.
and you stand there and watch for some time, waiting for her to leave. And soon, sure enough, you do see her open the door and kind of survey the area and close
First,
the door behind
DJ,
her.
what does the house look like in terms of sizing and things like that?
It's all the houses on the west side. You're right. I did kind of rush through that one.
Yeah.
All the houses on the west side you see are noticeably bigger and nicer than the ones on the east.
Okay.
If they are made of stone, the stone is smooth, almost marble-like. You see very few houses with any wood.
Okay.
They all seem to be made from stone that, as you look through the houses and you're walking along, you see there doesn't really appear to be like a separation of house to ground. You see it's kind of a smooth...
Transition up?
Right.
Almost
Oh,
as if the
fuck.
houses were etched
Yeah.
out of the stone.
Right. So
Okay.
it just kind of goes like that right up the side of the wall. All the houses are very nice. You see there's painting on some of them that not really depicting anything in particular, but just kind of like pretty
Like
color
Floral
scapes.
motifs and
Oh,
whatnot.
okay.
Like color scapes, yeah.
Cool.
As you walk along, you see there's not nearly as many people out in the road as there are on the east side. The people that you do see all have on very nice clothes, much nicer than the ones you've seen down on the east side. They have like gold accents in them, or bright metal accents in them. You see some of them are wearing jewelry. A lot of the clothing you see a common theme of purple, kind of along in some regard on each person. There's a spot of purple color at least somewhere.
What does she look like?
Who? Tabitha?
Tabitha.
You don't know.
As she leaves,
So
though.
leaving.
Yeah, so we catch up to there yet.
Yeah.
So as she's stepping out, you see she's a dwarven woman.
She's not gnomish. I have in my notes that she's gnome.
I'm gonna forget. Hang on, I'm checking.
3 foot tall, curly black hair, about 30.
So she's 6 foot tall.
Long arms.
So she's a Goliath.
Yeah.
She's an orc.
Tabitha Gladbolt.
She's an orc.
No black hair.
Gladbolt's definitely a gnome name, too.
Could be a dwarven name.
Okay, she'll be a gnome with black hair then. 'Cause apparently I said that.
I wrote in pen right off the bat.
So her black hair, you see it's kind of frizzled and a mess. It's not really kept in any not really kept in any particular style. It's just kind of like
Curled and all.
over her head.
Nice.
Hair sticking out everywhere in the humidity.
Love it.
As she's stepping out, everyone make a perception check.
Ooh,
Natural 20.
Good.
that's a 4.
Nice.
It's a 22.
13.
Also 13.
Mm-hmm.
14.
Glenn, as she's walking out, you see this piece of paper. She's holding.
Nothing.
You see, yeah,
She's
now-
a magician. We're hunting Chris Angel.
Pass this down to him.
I can't ever find
Thank
him.
you. You see that, not what's written on the outside, but what's on the inside.
That's what counts.
You see that scrap of paper sticking out of one of her pockets. And you're able to because you rolled a nat 20.
You said the side?
Yep, you're able to identify all of that on the paper from where you're standing.
It's a lot.
Because it's a nat 20.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Would you like to
Crack my eyes.
and would you like to share that with everyone?
Yes, I would. Oh my.
Does it look like this?
Yes. It is a key. There's that. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Although you've already pretty much figured it out.
It's
now.
the same one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, and I would share the information of what I saw and point it out to them, relay it.
And you can see that's really, she doesn't appear to be carrying anything.
Mm-hmm.
Just that scrap of paper hanging out of her pocket where Crom's able to just like eagle eye into it and see exactly what's going on.
My glasses.
And you see her kind of survey the area and then turn and begin to walk away. And just kind of walks along the street.
Do you need this back?
No, you can hang on with it.
Okay.
So then maybe that was...
When you said that I would pull out I would have written down the exact same key for the cipher.
I think we found our author.
Or the one the message was intended to reach.
Yes, I think the journal is someone else's.
Very
and
true.
she is bringing.
Did she have any bags on or anything that she was leaving?
She hasn't seen the note yet. She probably doesn't know to bring.
But I mean, if she's venturing out for the day, I would wonder if he was going to be bringing stuff with her.
No.
Quickly journal and then we follow.
Sure. So I would have on my the boots that I got from last night that leave behind false footprints, and I would have them leaving behind normal human boot prints instead of cat prints. And at that I'll try to swiftly cross the street. It sounded like.
I'll give you my rat as well.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
And with us prepping, I'll spider into your shoulder.
Sure.
Shall I make my destruction then?
No need.
All right.
Swiftness.
Cool.
Sure.
I'm a
Yeah.
spider now. So.
It sounded like the only way in was like the front door because it's stone. So I mean, if the rat could squeeze like under the door frame, I'll try to put it down and see if it.
Yeah, it'd be able to
They got those
squeeze.
flat skull things going.
Yeah, they can just.
My head fits.
It pops out the other side.
Would I be able to ride the mouse once I got through the crack in the door?
You're a spider. You can just climb through. If a mouse can
evil.
fit, you can fit.
No, like once we're inside, like I just want to ride on the
Saddle
mouse.
on the
Yeah.
back.
Sure.
I just don't want to get separated from it because we're both tiny. If it's a house, like we could get lost quickly.
Okay. Yeah, you ride the mouse in.
So two of us.
Are you
have
picking the
eyes.
lock?
I was gonna say after I put them back, I'll like glance back toward you and like kind of like gently shrug like and point like.
I don't think you're needed.
Okay, and then I'll cross back.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's better to just one.
Creep.
Yep.
What are you doing inside?
I guess
You're
I'm in
still
control.
able to visual.
So I'll reach my hand out for whoever's near me.
Yeah, I'll put my arm up towards you.
And I'll look through this.
Okay. You see the inside of the house is pretty well adorned. There's oil paintings up on the walls of, different landscapes. You see there's one clearly of the Geel Falls. There's some of the tree branches in like early autumn when the colors start to change, and you see the leaves are a different color than what you've seen them be, but still different colors. You see there's rugs on the floors. It is one story. It's not two stories. And as you're walking along, you see what's clearly the room that's delineated as like the kitchen, where there's stone table, some things scattered upon it. You see a sitting area which has a fire pit, kind of set into the floor. You're walking along and soon find a room houses a bed, a dresser, things like that.
Is that it, or are we?
It's a pretty small house.
Okay.
It's not huge.
Are there any desks anywhere that we've seen?
Yeah, there would be a desk in the bedroom, yeah.
Scurry up onto this
Okay.
desk. Is there anything on top of the desk?
Yeah, you see like loose papers and pencils, some pens, and also as you were scurrying up on the desk, you would have seen a couple drawers as well.
Any of them open? Or is
One's open a crack, yeah.
Would I be able to?
You can mouse your way in there, yeah. Inside you find a leather-bound book with a ribbon hanging out of the back of it, and gold leaf edges on the book.
You ever seen the video of the rat pulling the pizza up the stairs? That's what's happening with this book.
So you're pulling it out, and as you're tugging
Up onto the desk.
the drawer is slowly working its way out and opening. You pull the book out onto the desk.
When you come back over to me, I'm going to pull out the blanket from my bedroll. Hand you the blanket. Follow Mark Scraps. So we can follow you.
Follow.
She's leaving. I
Alright.
do not want to lose her.
Sure. And I'll take it, and
Yeah.
I'll gesture to the horn and say, you'll be the only one that hears this one's horn.
Very good. Thank you.
Scamper off.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to lose. You're still human footprinting?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yep.
When you're
Yeah, human. And
working
for the
a
record,
rat,
I have
can you,
my.
like, make it do
I figure
things
this will
like
impact
nod or-
balance
I
in
can
some kind of way, but
communicate
for the
with
time
it,
being,
so-
I have my tail up in my
Okay,
cloak,
so, like,
not
if
out.
I knew
I
you were
assume
driving
Tabaxi
the
probably
rat
need it for
and I
balance,
looked at the
so
rat,
Maybe,
just-
yeah.
I would
Would
be
you
willing
be
to
able to
bear that
answer
in
me
mind,
through
but I
a
would be
gesture
doing
back?
my best to make myself look as human as
Probably. I mean,
possible.
the rat is intelligent.
Mhm.
So it's a fake creature
Mhm.
that's basically doing my bidding.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I would gesture at you and go. Make me big.
I'm gonna try to open the book first
Okay.
before.
Yeah, you're able to nose the book open, and you get to the first page. Actually, before I do this, I'm going to go to the bathroom again.
Mm-hmm.
The suspense.
I just don't want to start reading and then
Have to be.
have to stop to repeat.
Yeah, because it's like if it's too cumbersome for you to maneuver the book, I would just and come back out.
Yeah.
I've got ways of getting out of this house that
Mhm.
don't necessarily need to be an animal for, so
Yeah, like I can't. I'm basically telling the rat what to do, but
Mhm.
it's still got its own.
yeah. Yeah, I was just like curious as to if I asked it a question, would you be able to,
I feel like that's a little.
you or it be able to respond to answer me?
I think you can only control its movement, right?
I mean, you can't speak through
Yeah,
it.
as I say, you
Yeah.
can't speak through
But,
it
like,
or
you
anything
can
like that.
definitely
Yeah,
utilize,
yeah, you
like,
could like
head
nod.
gestures.
Like me as a
Like
spider,
that.
like gesturing to a rat, like. I'm just sitting there. 2 words.
Bruh.
Spiders only have 2 little like
Pincers.
Mhm.
little
Mhm.
spider
2
hands.
words. 8 words.
8 words.
My God.
Eyes like.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure we didn't lose her trail.
Mm-hmm. No, that's fine.
I don't really care about my blanket.
I like it.
My blanket.
All right. So, you see the first page, which I will also go ahead and send to everyone on Discord after I read it, so that you all have access to it.
Mhm.
First page says, 1st of Bloom Rich, 497 DOD. I have arrived in Nenaxi to the home left to me by my parents. I'll miss them dearly and still cannot accept their passing. They seem so happy in Nenaxi, and I hope to find some of the happiness they found here. Their funeral's in 2 days. Perhaps I'll explore the city in the meantime.
What was it that we're just trying to get information
We're trying
out of
to
this book?
yeah.
We're
We're
supposed
trying
We're
to
supposed to
take the
retrieve
journal.
We
it.
have to
Yeah.
steal the journal.
And all that we know was that she was dabbling in things that she should have been.
You said the journal was gilded, right? I'm assuming the one that we got from the shop is just a plain journal. I have to take the journal, I think. I don't.
You said there's drawers on this desk as well.
Mm-hmm.
Can we turn the page? See if there's any more.
We can. I mean, I would continue to flip through.
Okay. Second page says 3rd of Bloomrich, 497 DOD. Today I laid my parents to rest. It was a mournful but lovely ceremony. I was not aware of the way Nenaxi performed their funeral processions, and at first I was quite shocked. They wouldn't let me see my parents' bodies. I was so hurt, appalled they wouldn't allow me to see my parents for the last time. But the service went on, and as they lowered their bodies, I could have swore I saw the sheet covering them lift for just a moment. Underneath the sheet, it appeared as though straw, bowls, and other odd items were beneath it. Must have been my eyes playing tricks on me, perhaps the light bouncing off the surface of Lake Geel, but I'm pretty sure of what I saw.
Next page.
Yeah, 1 second.
Are these short journal entries?
Mm-hmm. Also, y'all are going to get blown up with them, because if I send them all at once, it tries to convert it to a file, and then you can't read them.
Mm-hmm.
Next page. 10th of Bloomrich, 497 DOD. I knew it. I began speaking to some others around Nenaxi, and met a very friendly man named Melvin. His appearance was off-putting at first, him being...
God.
him being rabble and all.
Oh, God, as I was taking a drink.
But after speaking to him, I came to learn he was a kind and warm-hearted man. He too has seen odd things during funeral services, but was never able to confirm what he saw. Someone else seeing the same as I confirmed it for me. I know what I saw. Melvin has seen it too. I'm going to keep looking around in Nenaxi to see what else I can learn. Something isn't right. Met a kind man named Melvin. Next page, I assume?
Yeah.
Alrighty. 497 DOD.
About how long is this taking?
This would all be in the course of maybe a minute or two.
A couple of minutes? Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that
Oh.
he is not getting too far from us.
I'll say, so we can resolve that too real quick before I go any further. She gets to the edge of Nenaxi, where you see she lowers herself down onto a boat and begins passing over to the west side.
Toward the same woods we were in, right? Okay.
Yeah, with the carbuncles, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna... Is there, like, a rowboat nearby? Is there...
Yeah, there would be at least 1 or 2 boats nearby, yeah.
Swim.
So, and how far from where they are?
This would be on the western edge of Nenaxi. Her house, if I remember right, is only 1 or 2 rows within, so it's pretty close to the beginning of the west side. So it's a bit far.
Okay, and it's where it lines up with what the information we were given, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. I mean, if I can see a rowboat, I can try to grab, or like if there's a dock worker, I would try to grab a boat.
Yeah, you're able to get a boat and start following her along to...
I'll try to pretty much maintain, like, my distance. Like, you know what I mean? Like, almost as far as I can be.
Right.
I want to stay very far away.
Just enough to keep her in sight, but not far away. Yeah. I gotcha. Yeah, you would follow her all the way to the western shore, where she would tie her boat off and begin walking on shore.
Yeah, once I've seen her start to go in, I would also leave a strip of blanket, like, near the boat and then near where I enter, and I would just try to follow her tracks.
Okay.
I'd keep her in sight if I could, but, like, with the nature of the forest, if keeping her in sight means getting close, I would just follow from the treetops and try to follow tracks rather than her.
Yeah, so you follow her tracks, and you see she soon begins to walk down the path in the western woods that was laid out by the ribbons that you all had been to the day before.
Good tracking.
It's the carbuncles.
Circling.
And you would follow her all the way up until when she walked into that same clearing with the wall of trees, and she just seems to walk into the trees.
Okay, so it seems like she's able to pass that barrier.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, once I get there, depending on how long. I think this is like a pretty long trip into the woods, right?
Yeah, it would be a pretty long journey to follow her all the way out there.
So I would probably wait. I left scraps indicating them, getting them to the ribbons, and I would still leave a couple on the ribbons. Like, say the first 4 ribbons, I would definitely leave them, and then I would start leaving them with longer gaps in between. Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Just make sure my trail is clear to Olaf, and I would just hang out. I'll wait in the trees. Try and see if they show up on me or if she leaves, whatever happens first.
Yeah.
Sounds good. So, the journal.
We're on page
4th one, yeah.
You flip to the next page, sure. It says 15th of Sun Peak, 497 DOD. I've been following some of the guard around Nenaxi. It seems they're no strangers to violence and extortion, regularly beating those that questioned them. I was careful not to be seen and will continue to follow them until I can learn more. If the bodies aren't going under the sheets, the guards have to know where they're going. So that one.
I'm going to flip through the rest of the pages and see how many there are.
4 more.
4 more?
I mean, if it's been a minute or so, I'm gonna shake Flint.
Okay.
Flint. Svalk is getting further.
I'm going to
Things can be read en route.
Alright.
pop out of the rat.
Mm-hmm.
We found the journal.
Take it.
What does it say? Oh yeah, no, take it.
Take it.
Yeah, let's take it. Let's just
Take
go.
it.
Yeah.
I'm going to. Am I 120 feet or from the house, or are we farther than that?
I'd say you're probably within 120 feet.
Okay,
I
I'm
have
gonna.
to be within 100, so to maintain.
Okay, then I'm gonna point at the direction of where Crom is in the building and cast message. We need you two to come back now. Just take the journal.
Okay.
I'll go back and
Into the rat?
Yeah. Close the book. Pick it up. Pizza rabbit. Out of here. Is it possible to close the drawer or?
It's.
I mean, you can get-
I'm gonna conclude wild shape.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, and pick it up.
I'm concluding wild shape. I'm going to scoop up the rat and put it in my cloak pocket. I'm gonna grab the book and put it in my other pocket.
Mm-hmm.
I want to rummage through those drawers real quick.
Okay.
As to not like disturb anything. I just want to make sure that we're not missing anything.
You rummage through the drawers. They seem to have just miscellaneous things in them, like a few loose copper here and there. Books. At least 1 or 2 more empty journals. Just miscellaneous desk stuff.
Does she have any pictures or anything around her house, like in her bedroom, of her and her loved ones? No? It's weird. Not even of her parents?
Yeah, I was just thinking, there would be an oil painting of her parents. Yeah.
Okay.
Get down their appearance. Get down their appearance, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Spooky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm gonna touch my cloak and make it resemble what she was wearing when we saw her leave. It doesn't have to be exact, just something that resembles it at a glance. And I'm gonna frizzy haired, black hair, gnome lady.
Okay.
And I'm gonna unlock the front door, look around, same as she did. Basically mimic it the exact same way that she had left earlier.
Are you actually looking around to see if like anybody's out there? Or are you just doing the motion?
I'm just doing the same motion. I know where you guys are. So I'm just copying the same motion as when she left earlier. And I'm going to walk and find an alley, I suppose, in between the buildings. Find debris or something to hide behind and shift back. And then
Oh.
Do you know off the top of your head the size of gnomes? Are they small or medium?
Small.
They're small? You're medium?
Mhm.
You all would see a normal-sized gnome woman walk out from the house. Because you can't change your size.
is it? I can change my height.
But not outside of your size, I believe. I'm fairly certain you can only change your size within the size, your
That's
height
with-
within the
I can
size.
disguise self if it's not the same.
I think it operates the same, I'm pretty sure.
You could make yourself appear as a member of another race, though none of your game statistics change. You can't duplicate the appearance of a creature you've never seen, but you must adopt a form that has the same basic arrangement of limbs that you have. Damn, I can't have extra arms. Your clothing and equipment aren't changed by this trait. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about size.
Yeah,
obviously, like if I was trying to turn into a giant, I can't be a giant.
I was gonna say, I think it does work like that, but your clothes would be.
Yeah,
you would have really big baggy clothes.
Yeah.
on.
Well, it's I got the cloak of many fashions. I'm always looking good.
Yeah, so never mind. You just walk out and just find yourself
so, yeah,
a nice
you guys
alley.
would see her leave a second time. And then dip into an alley, and then I come walking back out. Should be...
Yes.
Let's go.
Okay.
Read en route.
Give you your that back. I'm going to hand you the book, too.
Okay, I'm going to start heading west in the direction that I saw Stalk leave, and I'm going to look for pieces of my blanket.
Yeah, you follow your pieces of blanket along to the western side.
Blanket tray.
Where's my blanket?
Right up to the western edge of Nenaxi, where, again, as you begin to walk more westerly, Mike, or Stalk would have seen this as well, as you begin to get further and further west into Nenaxi, the houses start to get bigger and bigger, as well as more and more spaced out.
I was gonna say, did we pass by any like stores or shops? Like, not to go into, just
Not that you see.
Okay.
Houses.
But as you're walking, like, you know, on the eastern side, they're all very close together in small houses. On the western side, they're far more spread apart and much bigger. You follow all the way along to the western edge, where I assume Stalk would have left something tied off to indicate, like, to the lake.
Flint, the boat.
Yes, of course. I toss it and make the big one.
Okay. Balak and the ship just...
I'm going to leap into the water. I don't want to try to land on the boat.
That's fair.
I want to jump in the boat.
I want to try to land on the boat.
I'd rather land in the boat.
I would have put it close enough.
Yeah, it's...
I mean, how high was the drop-off from Nenaxi to the boat?
That's true.
high enough,
Enjoy your fall damage.
yeah, that's
All right.
high enough for, like, medium ships to be able to pass underneath it, because remember the way they load the ships.
That's right.
Yes,
yeah,
maybe
no,
in the
I'll-
water.
I'll jump in the water.
Fair enough.
I'm in.
I was so ready to start rolling fall damage.
I'm jumping in the boat. I'm using Featherfall to break my fall. I'm not getting in the water.
Gonna dive in the water.
Okay. You all leap in the water and make your way up onto the boat.
Yeah, I'm going to climb up the small ladder on the side. Yeah, start rowing. Sail to the west.
Yep. Start making your way to the west.
I'm assuming we see 2 rowboats on the western shore as we're approaching it.
Yeah, as you were approaching it. Do you want to resolve the book while we're en route?
Yeah, for the rest of the reading. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
We'll finish the reading.
Okay. So you break the journal back open. Let me just make sure in Discord I left off at the right spot. Yeah. Okay.
Page 5.
Yep. So the next one will say 30th of Fire Meet, 497 DOD. It finally happened. As I was walking down East 3, I heard the cries of mourning I know all too well. As I approached the building, I saw guards carrying out a body on a plank of wood. They made their way quickly through the crowd, no one wanting to impede their progress, lest they end up on the plank next. The guards brought the body to the southeastern guard tower and entered, and unfortunately I lost sight of them after that. I'll attend the funeral services when they're held. Hopefully I'll be able to see more. And there's that one. Next page. 1st of Greenfade, 497 DOD. I must flee Nenaxi. I've raised too many questions and the guard have taken to following me in the streets. I feel I'm being watched constantly and worry for my safety. I'll be leaving and staying with Noreen back in S-Wedge until this all blows over. I'll not be able to write for some time, but I hope to return to Nenaxi soon.
It's getting too hot in the kitchen.
What was that town? I guess I'll grab it.
S-Wedge.
S-Wedge. I can spell it for you if you need me to. Because it's not spelled how you would expect.
Alright, yeah, go for it.
E-C-Y
Yeah, that's already.
W-E-J. S-Wedge.
Ass wedge?
S-Wedge.
Okay.
S-Wedge.
S-Wedge.
Are the guards the ones that hold the funeral ceremonies? Are they the ones that bring the bodies out and host the ceremonies?
Based on the journal, you would know that the guards retrieve the body. As far as whether or not they hold the ceremonies or not,
Like we
watched,
saw,
um,
Melvin's.
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
saw the
Melvin's thing
funeral.
was already there, though, I believe,
Mhm.
correct?
Yeah.
It was already on
Yeah.
the platform,
Platform.
ready to be lowered, so we wouldn't have seen.
Any sort
Who
of priests
brought
or
it out,
clerical
yeah.
people.
Yeah, we saw the dude who read and was like, drinks on me, fuck it.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
and I'll tell you, he did not look like a guard. I'll give you that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next page says 4th of Sun Peak, 500 DOD. So 3 years after the last entry. I've returned to Nenaxi. The guard seems to be newer members who don't follow me or don't know me, though I have been getting second glances from some of them. My time with Noreen was enlightening, and I know what I must do. I cannot stop until I expose whatever nefarious plot is happening in Nenaxi. Why are they taking the bodies? Where are they going? I'll not sleep until I find answers. I just hope I have more time to follow the guard before they find out. Yep. And the next page would say 5th of Sun Peak, 500 DOD.
Another cipher.
And as I'll say you, right about then, you would start to land on the western shore.
Cool.
Or if you want enough time to start to work on that, we'll say you had worked on that on the ship.
It seems fairly ominous.
Yes.
I think this just confirms our suspicions.
Yes.
Think so. Poor Melvin.
Indeed.
I don't think we should give this journal to the guards.
No.
I wonder where Tabitha's from. I know it said that her parents were from here, but she seemed surprised by the funeral. Has she experienced other funerals before? And where? And why is Nenaxi different?
Questions that can be asked to her when we find her.
Mm-hmm.
As for now, Stalk's safety is the priority.
Right.
Indeed.
Part of the crew, Flint. We
course,
never leave
Olaf.
anyone behind.
We never do.
Yeah. So after you made landfall, you would see the strips of bedding or blanket tied into the trees following along.
Yeah, I'm gonna lead, and I'm gonna follow these blanket strips.
Yep. You follow the blanket strips all the way to the path of the ribbons that you had seen once before.
Yep. And you said you had put some of the blanket in with the pieces of the ribbon at the very beginning of that trail.
Yeah, for the first couple, I would have put it right next
Cool,
to it. Then I
yeah.
would have did it much further apart.
100% follow.
Cool. You would follow along all the way up until that opening. That
Where we had
opening.
fought the carbuncles.
No, the tree wall.
Oh, the tree wall.
Yep.
Fair.
And Stalk, you would hear them approaching as they walked along the path up toward you.
When I hear them approaching, then I would climb back and try to quietly climb down, and say that she breached that barrier. She's inside.
Breached it
It seemed to me as if she walked right through it.
without a problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you tried entering yourself?
No, this one waited in the trees.
Is there like a rock nearby or anything?
Yeah, there would be some loose
I'm
rocks.
gonna pick up a rock or a twig and throw it at this thing.
Okay.
Does it pass through?
Roll a d20. Not necessarily an attack roll, just a straight d20
Flat.
roll.
11.
11. You watch as the rock flies through the air and hits a tree trunk right on the side of it and kind of ricochets backward, but does pass through the wall
Interesting.
toward the center.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna walk towards the area in which the rock transported through.
Mm-hmm. As you walk forward, you see the trees, the tree wall. You get closer and you're able to see deeper down into it, and you see it appears to just be a very densely populated area of trees with really no clear indication as to how to pass through.
Chessa, could you have your mouse go through that wall?
Is this some sort of a illusion, perhaps?
That's what I like.
Chessa, you look up.
I'm gonna swipe at it.
Yeah.
You see in the center of these trees a clear path.
I see it.
Yes, you're the one in the possession of the journal.
Oh.
Yes, that's why she had a ripped out piece of the paper of the journal rip us all a page. Or at least a fragment or something. That would be my estimation.
If I
That's
flip
why
the
I'm
journal
trying to
here,
swipe at it and nothing's happening
Yeah,
for me.
your armor just
Cool.
pass right through it.
Is there a ripped page in the journal?
Yeah. Right toward probably the back. All the way at the back, you would see there's like the loose, ripped fragments of a page edge.
I'll rip out pieces and hand them to everyone.
Yeah. And as she passes them to you, you all see this path in the trees leading out in front of you.
Very strange.
Indeed.
I'll, this one should lead the way.
I think
Yeah,
so.
I mean, you know what our tracks look like.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll lead through the path, and when we get to the other side of the path, I'll look and see if I can see what way she went.
Okay. As you step into the pathway, you can see all the trees here, similar to as before. They're all multicolored and pretty and like a kaleidoscope of color leading through, but in this area, they appear to be more vibrant. You look down on the ground, you can see she just followed the path pretty much straight.
Yeah, no, I'll lead the way.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you walk along this path for some time, not, a very long time, but for some time. And soon you come to a clearing. And this clearing it's pretty big. It's probably 50 feet from your end to the other end. And between you and the other end, right in the center of this clearing, you see a big tree. Probably 2.5 to 3 feet across. Just dead smack in the center. And you see Tabitha seated out front, just like on a stump with a book. Just looking down at the book. You see her turn a page, presumably reading.
So, since I'm at the front, I'll, put a hand back and point and glance back.
Oh.
I don't know if we should approach her.
Why not?
I mean, specifically you and I. Maybe somebody a little bit less alarming?
I don't think I look alarming.
You're pretty alarming. I thought so at least when we first met.
Flint, should we go then?
I suppose so.
You have a good way with words.
I think realistically she's trying to meet someone here.
We can still
we,
stick around and be nearby.
Wait just 1 second. We may have a little more information.
Okay.
So
Are the
Is this-
trees that surround it, like, real then with the path? Or, like, when we touch them, are they not there?
The trees are there. They would feel solid, like trees.
Can I climb one?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try to just climb up while we're waiting and just see if I can see anything else from up.
So you climb the tree, you survey the area, and you can see where there's definitely a clear, the clearing here, and then the path leading away. The tree right in the center, you can see that for a good distance leading up the tree, there's no branches.
Mm-hmm.
It seems the branches don't start on the tree until 75, 100 feet, and it's a big tree. The height is pretty much proportional to the width, so it's a tall tree.
Okay, and you said there is another path going out, like on the other side of the tree, or was it the same path we came down?
On the other side of the tree, it's just trees.
Okay.
just
This
the
is
end
like
of
a
the
cul-de-sac kind of
clearing.
deal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
so-
exactly like a cul-de-sac.
So I don't see an exit.
No.
Okay. I'll climb back down and confirm this one can't find another way in or out.
Well,
Yes.
then maybe we should just corner
Are
her.
the
yeah.
trees...
No, I think we should wait to see who she's meeting.
Yeah. Are the trees spaced out enough that we'd be able to kind of like squeeze ourselves into the wooded area to
You
just obscure
could.
ourselves from the path?
You could. They are pretty tight together, but you could.
Climb.
Are there
Mhm.
branches on the non
Yeah.
main tree? I guess like I'll climb up and I think I have some rope, so I'll just drop rope down for anybody that needs it. Yeah, I said I have 50 feet of rope, so I mean I'll climb up in the tree I'm in and
Hey,
drop some rope down.
ladder.
Oh yeah, I'll drop the rope ladder. I do
There
have
you go.
that. That is what I turned my rope into. So it's like more like a 35-foot rope ladder, but I'll drop that down.
Still pretty damn good.
Yes, I think that the best bet is to wait, see who it is that she is meeting out here, And Crom, are you able to, very tiny again? Perhaps eavesdropping is our best option. And then we
I
can
can do
make
that.
we can make a decision based on the information that we gain.
Yeah.
Some people, when pressed for information, might be a little bit more obstinate with their answers. Whereas if she thinks she's talking to a friend with no one nearby, no reason to
Hold back.
hold back.
How far is she from the entrance?
You said the clearing side to side is 50 feet, right?
Yeah, so she'd be like 25 feet away.
Crom, while we hide, I'll communicate telepathically with you if you'd like to repeat the words that you're hearing so we can try to react in real time.
That would be helpful, yes.
All right.
So, once everyone is up in a tree, I would like to climb back down really quick and quietly walk the path we just walked, kind of like using my tail to brush the dirt if I see anything that looks like a group just walked down.
Okay.
Just make sure there's no noticeable sign that I would pick up on.
Swiffer tail.
So Sarah will say you got most of the way done that cipher
I'm
on
done.
the ship,
Yeah.
and then when you got up in the tree, you finished the rest of it.
Oh, if you think I wasn't walking with my head in this book the
That's
whole time,
true.
you've given me a puzzle.
Yeah. So you walk along solving the cipher.
So it says, this will be my last entry. The guard is too close. Find me at the, it says WESN, I'm assuming it's meant to say west. Find me at the west, follow the ribbons in the trees.
A Wesson.
Find me at. Bring my Gerald to the Wesson.
Wellish. Gongra!
By Smith and Wesson.
Bring my gun.
What? Yeah.
It's not signed by anybody?
As soon as you say that, it's like,
I mean,
yeah,
that's,
we're
that's
fucking
in
waiting.
the journal. That's the last journal
Okay.
entry. So presumably this is not, may not be her journal, or she is,
Or it could
she
be
left her book behind
It could
for the
be
one to find.
a special journal. She could be communicating somebody through the journal.
Yeah, like she's writing in it and something it's appearing somewhere else.
Yes.
As you all are climbing the tree,
Mm-hmm.
I imagine you're doing so in a way for her to not notice you.
Yeah, I mean, we
I
wouldn't be
dropped
doing
down
it
the
like
rope ladder.
at the line. We
Yeah.
would be like
Right.
a tree or two in, and yeah, there's a rope ladder.
Yeah, and I'll open a communication with Crom.
I'll go ahead and pop that wild shape
Gonna say,
on the spooky spider.
because Minerva's in heavy armor.
I was gonna ask if I could stay on the ground. I didn't want to get in the tree. Like try and hide behind trees.
Try and
and,
squeeze
in
into the
brush
trees.
and kind of duck down.
Okay.
Maybe put some stuff on my hair to try and hide it a little bit. Yeah, just a giant leaf.
Hopefully twigs.
So while you're doing that, you're getting yourself set up, trying to hide in the trees. Make a stealth check.
Oh god. Oh god. Five?
See, she's flipping through her book, and she hears your metal hit metal as you're trying to brush, and she looks up and goes, "Oh, hey, hello. I knew someone would find that note. Thank you so much for coming."
She sees me.
Yeah.
I just kind of brush the dirt off me. Who are you?
Are you here to help?
Depends on the cause. What?
I want to save Nenaxi.
Then yes, I'm here to help.
Great. Thank you for coming. I see you must have found my note. I don't know who told you to find it there, but
Wesson.
shut up.
We found your note and we were sent on a task, and I don't.
Who sent you on a task? Who are you with?
I'm by myself. However, I am concerned about some great injustices going on in Nenaxi.
As am I. Ziphli's a terrible man.
I couldn't agree more, and I'm trying to breach from the inside to stop Ziphli.
Oh, a man on the inside.
A lady on the inside.
A lady.
Into
on the
Flint's
inside.
mind, should we speak up and say something?
I'll let them know. She is waiting for someone, whoever found the note, so I think the people that she's waiting for are us, so we might as well come out of the trees.
Go ahead.
Alright. Start climbing down.
Okay.
Just, as I'm climbing. Hi! Hey!
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
Pretty good.
Good. Thank you for. Are you with?
Yes, they're with me, Tabitha. There's nothing to fear.
She set her book down?
It's still in her lap, but she's not looking at it.
So she's still sitting on the stump. Okay. I'll start making my spider way over.
Okay.
Tabitha, these entries.
Yes.
What are your suspicions? Do you have any inkling as to what's going on in Nenaxi?
Did you read the journal?
I did.
They're taking bodies.
No, I knew. Do you have any other sources or people that also feel the way that you do? I know you spoke of Melvin, and I'm sure you've heard of what has happened to Melvin.
What happened to Melvin?
Hand over the
Obituary.
He did.
Oh, that's terrible. I knew that after he started to catch on to something and he started to drink his way into not knowing anymore, I guess it just got the better of him.
Tabitha, I said it before, we're trying to infiltrate from the inside, and it is of much importance that you cooperate with us, or this could go very badly for all of us.
I intend to cooperate, yes, that's why
We need,
left the note to guide someone here.
we have to take your journal
That's fine, you already have it.
to Ziphli.
Oh,
I mean, if you're lucky, there's no one intelligent on
well,
in the guards that can decipher your entry here.
Oh, that last one?
Yeah,
You seem like a smart one. I'm sure you figured it out.
that's why we're here.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's not specifically why we're here, but we got as
Well.
much.
If I have someone on the inside, even if Ziphli knows, you can throw him off the trail.
I don't know how much leeway we have with Ziphli yet. We're still trying to figure him out. I can't make any promises.
Okay, well, it's a start. That's fine. You can give my journal to him. I haven't written in it in a while anyway.
I just know that when giving him this journal, if there wasn't a target on your back already, this will
I've
ensue one.
already raised some suspicions with him before, I'm sure. It's only been a few years, but the last time I was in Nenaxi, he became aware of my presence pretty quickly.
Tabitha, how does he know that you have a journal?
That's
Do you write in it in public?
not in public, but Ziphli has many men that work for him.
So do you have any interpretation as to your house being broken into? Do you feel that your home is safe?
Do you have a roommate?
No, I live alone.
I'm gonna conclude my wild shape. We were able to get in pretty easily. Standing right next to her.
It didn't take much, really.
You do that right next to her, and she goes, "Oh Jesus!
I'm very sorry.
Why would you do that?"
To demonstrate a point. You are involving yourself with a very dangerous man who you yourself know is probably doing things with dead people and probably wants many of those people to be dead.
Yeah,
And might be involved in their deaths.
I believe he is.
You
Yeah.
live on a side of the city that we cannot protect you. We do not have easy access to. And you're telling us that he knows of a journal that you keep in your possession or in your home.
Uh-huh.
These are all bad things, Tabitha.
He's, like I said, he's been aware of my presence for some time. I'm not surprised that he had someone enter my home while I wasn't there to snoop around.
Is there anything else hiding in your house that might be of great importance or information?
Some mice, but I don't think they're of great importance.
And
Tabitha-
I wouldn't. discount the mice.
Don't trust the mice.
I pull out my rat.
Oh,
How do you think we got into your house?
oh, that's very clever.
I was a spider.
I'm not surprised you're
I
the
was
one who
a
figured out the
spider.
cipher.
Tabitha, can
Is
you
it the sweater? What?
It was a sweater.
can you tell me about your
Smart
parents?
Fashion.
About my parents, suppose? What would you like to know about them?
You said that the house that you live in, it belonged to your parents.
Yes?
Were they from Nenaxi?
No, we originally lived in Eswedge. My parents, after working all their lives and providing themselves a stable life there, decided to retire to Nenaxi. They thought life on the water would be more pleasurable.
What did your parents do that they had the funds to live in the West District?
My father was a hunter. He was very good. He was an adept hunter. I don't remember a time he went out and didn't come back with some sort of game. My mother, she was a very good leather worker.
And did they hold a high standing in Nenaxi? I don't mean to come off brash. It's just I feel like if Ziphli wanted you gone, he could have done so.
That's why I fled. The last time he started to become kind of bold in his pursuit of me, he wasn't necessarily trying to hide it anymore. That was when I decided to leave, and I lived outside of Nenaxi for 3 years, afraid of what would occur if I returned.
But he knows you're back, and he knows your every steps. He knew that you were coming out this way.
He knows I come here, yes. He knows I come to the west side, but as I'm sure you saw before you had my journal, or before you looked, he wouldn't know to follow me down here.
He wants your journal.
Or, and she taps the tree behind her, up here.
What?
We found you here. It took us a few hours.
Oh yes, but you're more than intelligent than Ziphli, I
And
imagine.
what makes you think he doesn't have someone as intelligent?
Well, because if they had taken my journal, I would know.
They sent us to take your journal.
And now I know.
What if we were not good people? What if we took your journal to Ziphli?
Well, I might have been dead. But someone had to do something. Who knows how long this has gone on, and no one's made any effort to stop. Either from ignorance or callous indifference.
How many other people know about your suspicions? Do you talk to anybody about the things that you...
Just Melvin, but I guess he's not an issue any longer.
Who knows how many people have been watching you? Think about our dear friend here who startled you when he transformed.
Yeah.
Just because a person does not look like a person does not mean they might not be watching.
The mice in your house, perhaps?
I agree. It's... What I've chosen to do is certainly unsafe. It has made my presence in the Nenaxi known, and...
Was your goal to expose him?
Yes, that's still my goal.
How were you going to share this information with the masses?
Well, someone tells a friend, and they tell two friends, and they tell two friends,
And so on.
and so on. I had started sowing rumors in the city, many years ago that this was happening. I figured if I started to ease them into the impact, it wouldn't come as such a shock, but I do intend to display to the city what I learned.
Tabitha, I appreciate your efforts, and they're very, very... I don't think it's safe for you to go back to Nenaxi. I understand what you're trying to do, but you should probably go back to Eswedge.
Well, I doubt Ziphli will kill me in the street.
You'd be surprised.
But if he killed me in the street, he would prove that everything I've been saying is right. Otherwise, he'd have no reason to kill me.
Or he'd prove that he killed a person spewing lies about his city and someone that appears mad to the commoners, and he could say you were diseased.
I guess he
Your
could.
body has to be burned.
I guess he could frame it that way, yeah.
A simple vagrant could stab you.
Oh, that could happen as well, yeah.
And if we don't know what's happening with these bodies, if Ziphli's involved in necromancy, you could be the thing that you're trying to... This could be significantly worse than you can imagine.
Well, suppose I could return to Aswedge, but
I
only-
think if we have met you and he knows that we have come to get your journal, if she leaves the city, that jeopardizes the position of Minerva and I. She must remain in the city. If she leaves, it immediately unfurls our plans.
I agree.
There is a difference between a woman understandably accepting a position of danger to be able to pursue her intentions, and us willfully whisking her away and endangering all of us and preventing us from uncovering this anyway.
I have an idea.
Take down the ribbons.
How will I find my way back here?
Stay here.
No, if she
Or
stays.
If she's not in the city, it does not work.
What if-
Memorize the path. I don't.
Tabitha,
Yes.
why do you not simply write for us now a subsequent journal of your intentions to leave the city, as you now are aware that your presence here is far too dangerous and Ziphli is on to you? This way we can expedite you outside of Nenaxi. He believes you're no longer a threat. You remain in an area outside where we can contact you, and it does not prevent Minerva and I from completing our task of giving him your journal.
That's a good idea. I like it.
We could also attempt to replicate the gilding on her notebook. We could melt down a gold or two and...
I don't know whether or not we need to replicate the gilding on the journal if this is a subsequent journal.
But if he knows that the journal exists, he may be looking for that specific one.
The first one,
Yes.
then we give it to him.
Right.
Why not give him both?
Suppose so.
There's no reason if she is leaving the city for him to pursue her death.
If you'd like, in the journal you have, I could enter another entry and
Yes.
write that I'm fleeing Nenaxi.
Yes, you can simply say that you recognize that as you've been here now for how long, like, do we know what year this is? Like, you've been giving us, like, DOD, like, her last entry was 500.
Right.
Do we know at all? I mean, I'll just straight up ask her how long she's been back if you would rather it be done that way.
It is 500. So
Okay.
that entry was this year.
Do we know what month it is?
Now,
Yeah, because this says 4th of Sun Peak.
Go, my children.
it would be, it would be, let me look. It'll be a month after Sun Peak, so that will be...
That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Doesn't matter.
That's fine.
All that matters is that I can justifiably tell her, you can write in this journal, you've been back for a few weeks, no one in here seems to be on your side, you know that this is not something that you can do alone, and instead of dying for nothing, you're choosing to leave.
Yeah, I can write that, sure.
Cut your losses.
Be sure you date
Correct.
it from a couple days ago, though. Don't make it
Post
today's
date.
date. Yeah.
Yes,
She's
I
got a
would
clicky
make it.
pen?
I would make it a pair of days ago, saying that you intend to leave this day. Understood?
Yes, I will write the entry a few days after my last. That will, I think, look natural.
You
Well-
need to, when you return to the city, purchase sufficient things for a journey outside of Nenaxi. You need to do this publicly. You need to ensure that you speak to individuals on your way, and you must make all of these purchases in the daylight. You're fleeing, understood?
Understood.
I would also make your entry not a few days after your last. I would make it a few days before this day. If you make it a few days after your last, it'll seem as if you've given up within a few days, and your last entry says that you'll never stop. So I would make it more recent, as if you are now
Except for right now,
preparing
not
to
stopping.
leave.
It's a good idea. Yes, I will write
Few
it for a
days
few
ago.
days ago.
Tabitha,
Yes.
do you know of a woman named Devathra or of a woman named Ruth? They lived on your side of the city.
It's been a long name since...
Those are long names. Your name's Tabitha.
It's been a long time since I've heard the name Devathra.
And in what context have you heard this name?
I was following guards once. I did not include it in the journal. I think you'll see I was careful to not include names aside from Melvin, of course.
And now he's dead.
I was
No, we have
following
the perfect hiding place for her.
guards and heard them speaking of Devathra and her work that she has done with Ziphli.
Very good.
She allegedly reported to a man named Dallastek.
Indeed.
And from what I gathered from following the guards, Dallastek was responsible for procuring some more bodies for Ziphli, aside from the ones that died of natural causes.
If memory serves right, he was the same one that actually ended Melvin.
Yes.
Really?
Yes, he beat him in the street to death.
I guess Melvin got too close to what was happening. That's really a shame. Melvin was my last known ally in the city. Oh,
Well,
No.
now you have 6.
Correct.
and I do. Hey, you all look pretty strong, actually.
No.
And
What if rather than just exposing Ziphli, we kill him?
no.
A man like this can't be martyred.
Correct.
I don't know.
Not yet. Not yet. Not yet.
I mean, he's got the guard on his side, though. All the guard report to him.
Correct.
And
Until Minerva and I settle things from within.
Why,
And with the possibility that
I find it hard to believe that the guards aren't aware of what's going on. They're complicit in the act.
Correct. And that is how Minerva and I intend to bring them slowly to justice from within.
So you're gonna kill the guards?
No, we'll use them as
Yes.
pawns to
Correct.
act in our fucked up game of chess.
So what are we going to do? How are we going to...
We are going back to Ziphli with your notebook.
And
You
you're
are going to buy your rations and buy your supplies, and you're going to flee.
But what are you going to do to stop this?
to stop Ziphli.
Yes.
Again, we're going to interweave our way inside of the guard and inside of other areas within Nenaxi. I think if Ziphli is not going to kill you in the street, it seems as though he is a man who would prefer to play a mind game. And I would very much prefer to play it that way.
We know of him taking the bodies, but what don't we know?
I think
What
also
other
if we
things are going on?
if we challenge him and you're telling us he has the entirety of the guard, I don't think despite the strength of 6 of us, we defeat an entire guard of a city, as well as Ziphli out in the open.
I guess not.
I think that our better bet is for Minerva and I to continue to demonstrate that we are indeed loyal to Ziphli, and then eventually get Ziphli alone.
Okay.
And then we handle Ziphli. Ziphli with his guard is much stronger than Ziphli alone. You're going to go for a swim.
Yeet.
No, we have a safe location for you to hide out in,
Okay.
and an individual there who will keep watch over you and protect you. An individual who we have paid, and an individual who knows that we know where he is and where his family is.
Okay. Yes, I suppose me hiding for some time isn't a terrible idea.
It is better than dying, and I think you know that.
Yeah, it is better than dying, I suppose.
And if you want to be nearby when we get the justice for your parents that we hope to ensue,
Yeah,
you'll be nearby.
I need to know that this is solved. I don't wish another person in the Nenaxi to be faced with the pain of not having their parents put to rest properly. I know Ziphli does terrible things, and I need to see him brought to justice for those.
Tabitha, you fled for 3 years. I'm asking you to hide for a few days. Be reasonable.
Oh, I intend to hide. I do.
Good.
I just really want to stress,
Yes, I'll bring you his head if that's what you need for evidence for him to be brought to justice.
He'll do it.
I've done it before.
he has a bag
was
full
like
of heads right
yesterday.
now.
I did indeed.
That's good. I think it may come to a time where that is our only option. I do like the plan of trying to do it without murder.
No, I anticipate Ziphli, when cornered, will fight back and we will kill him in an honorable battle. And it will not feel like murder. It will be justice. Will it not?
Justice.
Yes,
Okay.
it will.
Yes, well, I'm
Tabitha-
fine with... Yes.
Do you fancy yourself a writer?
Oh, I wouldn't say a writer. I just live out my day. I write my journals as a means of passing the time, I suppose.
Okay, I think I might have something for you to do to keep your mind off of things while you're down there.
Okay.
I'll come back to you on it.
As well, what did you do in Eastwich?
Oh,
Your father was a hunter, your mother was a fine leather worker.
yes,
What do you do?
I live off my parents' money, to be honest.
How old does this lady look? Just
She's
so this
in her 30s.
in her 30s?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
They made a good fair amount in Eswedge.
I'm sure they did.
They were able to save up quite a lot of gold, and I've lived off of that my life. Spend my days, observing nature, kind of doing nothing really.
Very good. Well,
My parents gave me such a easy walk at life that I feel it's only right I do something to honor them and avenge them for the terrible things Ziphli has done.
and I'm assuming that you are the one who created this illusion that has...
Oh no,
No?
no, it's kind of a secret. I'm only able to tell you so much, but the trees are not always what they seem.
And in some way that creates an illusory barricade.
They can be created, yes.
Interesting.
Is there something we should be wary of with said trees?
Oh no, well,
No.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Yes!
the trees,
I'm the
no,
worst.
but what lurks within the trees, there are times to fear that, yes.
You had mentioned that this tree here is special.
Indeed.
How so?
Tabitha, we're trying to be as open with you as we can.
I understand, and I want to give you all the information required to bring Ziphli to justice, but there is some that I'm not at liberty to tell you, and this tree is one of the secrets that unfortunately are not mine to tell.
Whose do they belong to?
A group of people.
From from Nenaxi?
Not from the Naxi, no.
Why
Pat
do
the
you
tree. Keep your secrets then.
Why do you feel your parents deserve honor for giving you an easy life?
It's just one of the ways I can thank them. I may not have been the best child, you see.
I do not consider a life without choices worth honoring.
Well, I had choice.
But you did not have to make your own way. You were given things,
Yes.
expected to perform in a certain way.
I suppose in some regard, but for the most part, my parents just left me to my own devices, which admittedly is part of the reason I was such a bad kid.
More blessed than I, then.
I am aware that I had an easier walk of life than most. That's part of the reason that I'm attempting to contribute to something larger than myself. If I was given an easy walk of life and people in the Nenaxi are faced with these injustices and these horrors every day, I feel it's only right I use my position to help give back and help solve some of these issues.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything else to say to her.
We're going to leave.
Okay,
You're not.
okay.
You will leave in an hour's time.
And you see she goes, an hour, okay. She looks around, finds a stick, and just stabs it in the ground. Okay.
You will return, Gather your belongings from your home.
Right?
Make your purchases. You will rent a boat, or you will rent a ticket on a ferry, or however it is that individuals leave Nenaxi. You will not board it. You will meet us at Nenaxi Divers,
Okay.
and we will take you to a place where you will be kept safe.
Okay, that sounds good. We can do that.
If you're not there by dusk, in my eyes you are dead. Do you understand?
If I'm not there by dusk, I probably am dead.
Indeed.
Um,
And know that I will bring his head to your funeral.
Good to know. I appreciate it.
You said you want justice,
I do.
and if he takes it from you, I will deliver it to your body.
I do appreciate that. I do.
And my good friends here will burn it all.
I'm glad to finally have some people on my side in this. It's been 3 years of trying to convince people I'm not crazy, and the things I'm seeing are happening.
I would recommend that you bring many things to occupy your time with.
Maybe I'll write some more ciphers.
I hope so. You will not be leaving once you're inside.
Lots of paper.
Yes.
Lots
Okay.
of ink.
And if we need to communicate with you, utilize this same cipher,
Okay.
and notes will be delivered to us. We have a method of transport.
Perhaps reverse the cipher.
Oh. I hadn't thought of that.
And
Double check the spelling.
This way Chessa will know.
Did I misspell things?
Wesson.
This way Chessa will know. Others will not, and your communication with us will remain discreet.
It's a good idea.
I also should warn you that the individual who might be protecting you is, callous. But you'll have a good time.
I hope.
So do I.
quietly to Crom. I want to go, are you able to tell if you're near other druids?
I wouldn't inherently know.
Her parents were very nature-esque, hunting and leatherworking, and she seems very, like, in touch with the trees.
It's not a far reach to say that gnomes couldn't be druids.
Just saw some similarities, maybe.
Well, I'll think more on that.
Stalk. I'm going to need you to do a favor for Minerva and I. As long as Minerva is willing.
Depends on the favor.
I need you to cut me.
Where?
What?
Face, chest. We didn't find her. We tracked her out in this way. We couldn't pass through. We were attacked by carbuncles. That is why we fled the woods.
Should we perhaps leave a decoy note at the end of the trail?
A decoy note.
Mm-hmm. Nobody else has the first one that we found. Only the one in her journal.
Very good.
If they find something else there, it might throw them off.
Is it that one page that's that had the cipher on it?
So the page, this is the one that said
that we
bring the
found
journal.
originally,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah, this is the one that we found.
Mm-hmm.
So theoretically, we don't know if Ziphli knows whether or not he needs the journal to get to this place.
Mm.
We don't have to tell him that. That was on a separate piece of paper.
We could just remove that page from the journal.
Well, this is the one in the journal.
Yeah.
And that
I
does
think
indicate the ribbons.
That indicates the ribbons. I think
Yeah,
it's
which
more
we don't want
valuable to
that.
lead them down these ribbons and find something that will throw them off rather than...
Give them false
Yeah,
evidence.
absolutely.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
I got
That's
you.
what I mean. It's just for her and I to have justification for going back for
Oh,
saying
yeah,
we
for
didn't
sure.
find anything.
Mhm.
It also makes the decoy note left behind seem more verifiable if she and I return injured.
My
If we
only
find the note now and bring it back, this is what we found at the end of the ribbons.
Mhm.
my concern.
I think it's better to waste his time by sending other people out here.
My
Mhm.
concern is if he gives them the journal and they approach the trees with it, they'll see the path and know that.
She's not here though.
But we would have seen it if we tell them we didn't see it. We couldn't get through. There was nothing there except for, unless we're telling him that there was a path.
He may not know
No,
the
we
journal
simply
is
didn't have
the,
carried the journal.
All
We
right.
marked the
You're
other
not
path.
coming with us to Ziphli. It is Minerva and I who are delivering
No,
this
I
journal
understand.
We could mark the path with the ribbons going
a
somewhere
different
else.
direction.
to the
That's-
carbuncle den.
Absolutely.
Yes, that's what I thought.
Feed the guard to the carbuncle.
Sure.
I like
Guard
that.
bunkle.
Carbuncle.
Our carbuncle.
Yeah.
That is fine.
Simon, no.
And it can be the reason why we followed the ribbons, were attacked by the carbuncles, and fled.
I think that's a good plan.
Yes.
Very good. Tabitha, see you at dusk.
I'll wait here. I'll see you at dusk.
Yes. In 1 hour you leave, and you know your task.
Indeed.
See you at dusk.
Can you get back from here without the ribbons?
Oh, I'm
There's
sure I'll
pieces
find.
of the blanket.
Oh yeah,
She
true.
can just pick
follow
up the blanket as
Correct.
she goes, and then in the water.
Yes,
Bye-bye.
I can do that. I'll follow the blanket and gather them, and I'll hide the evidence.
Throw it in the water.
Yes.
Perfect.
Stalk, can you
With
remember
the
the
shit.
path to this place?
No.
Don't throw it in the water with the shit.
What do you mean throw it in the water with the ship? You don't need the ship to throw it in the water.
That's where people shit, though.
Oh, shit or shit?
Shit.
I thought you were saying
yeah.
shit. I was like, why does she need the ship to be able to throw blanket in water?
It's like it's
Conjure
water.
it.
Like, oh my god. Yeah.
Cool. So you guys turn and walk away from Tabitha.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Fuck
Yeah.
me up.
And
Yeah.
I need to be
we need
bloody.
a false note from her as well.
Yeah, so she
She-
could be
she
doing
would've
that
been-
while Stalk just like...
As I say, would I have a reason to believe, based on what I know about carbuncles, that I could replicate an injury with my own claws?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So then, yeah, well, I'll tell you that, this might hurt.
You can hurt me more than her. Like, if you just want like one scratch, that's fine. Bloody May.
I mean, or we can say that you followed Tabitha and I went to the house.
If we want to say we split up,
Yeah.
that's fine. Like,
Yeah.
Okay. So she finishes writing and hands the journal. Here you go.
And the decoy note.
Oh yes. And you see her write like similar to that cipher, but just clearly nonsense. Like she's not looking at a code. She's just.
I mean, you should say something. Something along the lines of, "You'll find me in."
I figure if I
East
give
Witch or
East
whatever.
Witch.
if I give them the cipher, it'll take them some time to figure out. And then when they do figure it out, I mean, it just stalls them longer.
They'll just bring it to me to decipher.
Why would they know?
They won't know that you've deciphered it.
If they find out,
It needs to mean
we've made
something.
it here clearly.
Oh, well, that's fair. Okay, I can write something. She writes, left for S Wedge, staying with Noreen.
Perfect.
There you go.
If you send us messages, reverse that cipher.
I will. Although DJ will need that cipher back so I can write it in reverse.
Unless I'm gonna scribble a little bit.
Huh?
I'm gonna scribble on a little
You
shard
also
of
don't
paper.
need to write the cipher every time. You
Yeah,
can
you
just
can-
tell us.
Oh, that's
that
very
it's-
true.
You
I
can just
can
tell us.
write-
Yeah,
yeah,
I don't
never mind.
mind. I don't mind the puzzles.
Yeah, you can just tell us that it's cipher.
Well,
We've
you
already
know.
solved it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna scribble on a little piece of paper and hand that to her. The translation's on the back. Just to save you time. So yeah, she would only see the lettering. Does that mean anything to you?
No,
Not a druid.
it's Frimt.
Perhaps she doesn't know then.
Okay. Maybe the tree would know.
I don't think so.
Do you speak to the trees?
No, I don't speak to the trees.
I have a friend that lives in the trees.
Do you? Do you? Who's your friend that lives in the tree?
I'm gonna go pee while
Not
that's
in this
happening.
tree.
Huh?
Not in this tree.
In a tree?
Amongst the other trees.
In trees in Orvigo. Yes, what is their name?
He has no name.
They all have names.
The trees?
No, not the trees. The people who live amongst the trees.
Oh, wait, this is no person.
Don't give her too much, Crumb.
Don't know what you mean. You have friends in the trees that aren't.
All around us, nature. Oh my god. What is nature but not a friend? It feeds us.
She looks
That's
at
what I was
Minerva and goes, is he okay?
He speaks to the trees.
Are you okay? Sir, are you okay?
He's very pale. He's very sick. I'm in the process of trying to tend to the ailments that he has. Please ignore him.
Okay.
I just whisper to Minerva as she's like scooching me away. I don't think she's a druid.
Yeah, I don't think so either, buddy. Come on.
I am interested by this tree, though.
It's a very good treat. Let's go.
Okay.
Stand up on the stump. Why I speak for the trees?
So you all follow the path back out.
As I'm taking down the pink ribbons, I do want to periodically leave a blanket ribbon, but up in the trees, not down where someone would see them.
Okay.
Up high.
Gotcha.
Very distantly, but just in case for some reason I forget or can't accurately recall how to get here.
Yeah, you need to come back here.
Mhm.
That's fair. So you follow this path along, removing the pink ribbons from the path. Crumb, as you're walking out, make a perception check.
Are they pink ribbons?
I can't remember.
Oh, I thought
I
they
think
were.
they were
don't.
blue.
I think
Okay,
they were
sure.
blue.
Yeah, in my head they were pink. I didn't even think
Yeah, I
about
thought
it.
they were blue.
Huh?
14.
Walking along, doing this, you see you're glancing around at the trees as you're walking, pulling them down, keeping an eye out for things going on. Burnt into the trunk of a tree nearby,
Near the entrance?
far away from that.
Oh, okay. So like as we go
further
around the
along
circle.
the path.
Okay.
Down
The path leading
we're
out,
going
because
back.
you're walking
yeah,
out the
we already
path,
left.
removing
Gotcha.
the ribbons. Yeah. So pretty far away from that entrance, not nearby. You see burnt into the tree the symbol. You run up and check it.
Mm-hmm.
Burnt symbol into a tree.
I want to inspect the rest of that tree to see if there's any scratches.
Make an
Lettering.
investigation check.
No, that's intimidating. There it is. Okay, so yeah, 15.
You walk around the tree, inspecting it more closely. It appears to just be a tree.
Go about what they were doing.
So you all follow the ribbons along, removing them and adding scraps of blanket higher up in the trees where they're not at eye level. You soon come back to the point where the carbuncle scratches led you away in the fork, and from there you begin to tie the ribbons leading toward the carbuncle den. Takes you some time, as you turn to leave the carbuncle den, it's coming to be about noon as you're walking along. And you begin making your way back.
It doesn't
over.
take us that long to do it, right?
It's not going to be dark by the time you get back, but it takes
Well, I
you...
just mean, if it's taking us some time to do the ribbons, we would have had to tell her to hold off another hour, I would think, because we want her to leave after us.
Yeah, so we'll say it doesn't take you too long, but
Sure.
enough time to where it feels like a little bit, but not long enough that...
We would have to delay her.
You're right,
Cool.
exactly, yep. And you make your way back to the western shore, western shore of Lake Geel where the ship is.
Yeah, I mean, I have to wait till John gets back, but I'm guessing we're gonna go back. We gotta turn in this reward, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
We've tied the other note to one of the ribbons. Like the,
We just scratched it into the trunk, like
You're going to scratch it into the trunk?
at the bottom of the tree.
Maybe with an arrow, Crom, the guards might not be smart enough to look for that. Or at least obvious enough where it's near a ribbon.
no, the ribbons.
Oh,
the
oh.
notes in the ribbon.
I thought you were scratching the note into the... Okay, got
Yeah,
it.
that's the other tree.
That
Got
is a C, right?
For carbuncle.
See? Like carbuncle. A is in carbuncle.
Well.
Well.
Very good. No one's dead.
No one's dead.
Very good.
We didn't take long enough for the ribbons that we would have needed to delay her any longer.
I'm
I
not
confirmed
alone.
that. Cool.
You and I take the rowboat
Mm-hmm.
that Stalk took. She's left the rowboat. 4 of you take the regular ship back.
Yep.
I think you guys go back first. Go back east side.
Yeah, to the divers.
And we
Yep.
return west side.
Mm-hmm.
And then we go,
Find our friend.
yeah,
What's
ideally
Ziphli?
getting to the southeast guard tower around noon. A little after maybe for Ziphli's rounds.
Yeah.
And
Make sure.
Oh, I
everyone
got
has
that book. I
A
got the
scrap of her book as well.
book. Okay. And you handed the book to us, right? Okay. Yeah. So
you
Not
have a
before.
scrap of the book?
Everyone has a scrap.
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
I'm going to give someone my scrap. I don't want it on me.
I'll take
Yeah.
it.
Same. Yeah.
Yep.
I'll take them.
Very good.
A dash is to signify like a sign, like me signing my name. On
A
the...
signature? Yeah,
Mhm.
I got that.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure it came across that way. No, that I was trying to like hyphenate something that didn't make any sense.
Yeah. So I guess we go to I guess the docks, let them raise us up, and then we head towards the guard tower.
Okay. So you guys arrive in Nenaxi, make your way over to the southeastern guard tower, back past the guard that you talked to earlier to cross into the west side. Make your way through the streets back to the southeastern guard tower, and standing out front once again, you see a long-armed dwarf man.
Should we leave?
You guys are going
We're-
back
we
to.
went-
Yeah, because we're
Sorry.
going straight back to the Naxi
Yeah.
divers.
That's what I mean. If
Oh,
we're
you
gonna have a
mean we
separate
should get 'em?
conversation, should we get out of the room?
Let me pee and then you can.
Okay.
Hang on, I'm gonna go too.
There's 2 bathrooms.
Oh, right.
What did you think you were gonna share?
That's why I started to sit back down.
But wait a minute.
Hold on a moment.
I don't like the sound of that.
Nope.
Chad, I hope you guys are enjoying the session so far. We really appreciate you all being here. Thank you again for all the follows tonight and for the
follows.
donation as well and the resub. Thank you so much. We really genuinely appreciate it. I hope you guys are having a good time.
What's the name of the woods?
Hmm?
What's the name of the woods?
It's
I don't-
all one
yeah,
big
it's all
thing.
one
It's
thing.
I forget.
Get the
Just- alright,
name.
It's fine. In the woods, it's fine.
Silas Teak was
Silas Teak.
Silas Teak, yep.
Yeah.
Oh, job for demon hunting. I forgot about that one.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, my notes on the justice board were not in depth. That's the only one I can actually make out what I was supposed to do for.
Yes, Silas T.
Yeah, I have demon slaying in the Silas Teak woods, and then bridge troll, and then find old coin, dispense justice.
Mhm.
It is very important.
Yeah,
Lena.
mine is very mysterious. It says job for demon hunting, 1 Glabra Zoo demon treasure.
Yep. One creature trapped inside.
It's an H or a K.
Where? That?
Yeah.
H.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything else written for that. I also have a very crude drawing of a stick figure man peeing off the wall of the city.
Very good.
Hey,
No idea who that could have been.
And I've got Melvin, so,
Mm.
you know,
I also have. I have
He
Melvin's.
dropped some notes.
small.
Tiny Melvin.
It's
Strange.
I think
Tiny
the
Melvin.
funeral-
Obituary.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Rolled in that 20.
Very good.
We went to Barnes & Noble today. Was surprised by the dice they had.
Oh yeah, for their options,
They had a lot of dice.
like the cubes.
Yeah, the chess X cubes.
Mm-hmm.
They also had some Call of Cthulhu dice, which were really cool looking.
Yeah.
You just get really cool dice? DiceEnvy.com.
Also that
Plug. Use
That's
promo code
That's
NGDC
a
for
very
dice.
good
Bam.
plug.
bam.
Pew, 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 pew. Go on our website. Check out our sponsors page.
Right.
It's fantastic.
Also cantrip candles.
I think they've been sold out. A lot.
Yeah.
It is
Right.
mega sold out.
They're so good. I'm not surprised. I mean,
Yep.
all right.
All right. We're good now.
See you,
Goodbye.
friends.
See ya. Mm-hmm. Long arm man.
Long arm man.
Very good.
Long arming it up.
What's his name again?
Selm.
Selm.
Mm. Selm Braunfellow.
Indeed.
Selm, I need you to
Yeah.
go grab Ziphli for me.
Oh. Yeah, hang on. Turns around and he bangs on the door. Ziphli!
Ziphli, get out of
Soon Ziphli walks out and he goes, "Ah, hi.
Just reach into my bag.
Welcome back. Oh, great. Can I have that?
We're now guards once this is yours.
As soon as it's in my hand. Welcome to the Nenaxi Guard.
Thank you, Ziphli.
She turns and he places it in a bag,
It's an honor to serve you.
pulls out 2 badges to have, what was it, a waterfall with a red N?
Mm-hmm.
Here you are. Welcome to the Nenaxi Guard.
Thanks, Ziphli.
Thank you.
Now, I think this goes without saying. You're now loyal to me. Cross me and I'll kill you.
Understood.
Good.
Well, anything else you need us to do?
Don't let anyone get too close to me.
Too close to you.
Indeed. Now that you know my business and why I run this city the way I do, I don't need the populace finding out I will have a sharp decline in my supply.
Supply?
Yes.
Of
Minerva, it's
Did
fine.
you read the journal?
His business is his business.
fair.
We're only here to assist.
We're here to serve.
Indeed.
Now, as guard, we now have access to the guard towers and...
Yes, you can stay here. Sure.
Are there any specific jobs you need us to perform? Or...
Nothing in particular that I can think of now. Like I said, keep the peace. Don't let anyone get too close. Once you've been with us for some time, perhaps I will,
Seek us out again?
make you a part of my procurement team.
Gladly.
Now, our roles as guards, is it strictly Nenaxi East, or will you need us in the West?
You have the run of Nenaxi. You can go wherever you'd like. The only people that would stop you are the guard, and, well, that's you. So,
So
seems
we
kind
have
of
to
daft
decide.
to have a guard.
Understandable.
I will tell you
Yes?
that, wherever it is she goes in the wood, I'm gonna place my hand on the fresh blood on my chest and the claw marks and hold it up. Definitely monsters out there.
Yes, those carbuncles can be, quite deadly.
Yes. I don't know how she traverses through them safely unattacked, but, well, I wasn't so fortunate.
Appears so, yes. Well, you're part of the guard now. If you need to, you can always visit the doctor. He'll heal you right up.
Thank you.
Of course.
I think I'll do just that. Well, be seeing you, Ziphli.
Indeed, yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
He turns and begins to walk back into the southeastern guard tower.
very good. Yeah, I would want to run over to the doctor and get my free, delicious heal.
Indeed. You walk in and he goes, "Hi, oh, you're a new one.
Yes, and I'll show him my new badge.
Perfect, yeah, take a seat."
Yeah, I'll have a seat.
And he holds his hands over you and just kind of does some motions, and you watch as the skin begins to, like...
Seal and sew back together.
Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Come back anytime.
I'll probably be seeing you quite frequently now that I'm employed.
Good.
I will see you again, my friend.
Indeed.
I'll stand up and step back out and find you on the street.
Mm-hmm. How was
Oh.
the doctor?
Not bad. Didn't really want to press matters with him. Would rather wait and see what other individuals present themselves more discreetly.
Now
These-
that we're guardsmen, I would like to get to know some of our co-workers a little better,
So would I.
preferably Dallastek.
As would I. I think Dallastek, though, as probably a higher ranking individual, would be one that we work our way up towards.
Sure, not immediately.
Not immediately. Understood. I think, though, that we've not been given any tasks for the day. It is not outside the realm of thought for us to take our day to do what we wish with. I'm also curious to see whether or not Ziphli believes that we should have been paid for what we've just accomplished.
I mean, maybe becoming a guard is the payment.
Possibly. But we'll see. If he chooses to be benevolent and give us something, that is his discretion. If not, I will enjoy the free lodgings and we'll have
Meals
many
and healthcare.
opportunities to see what we can gain while we're inside of the guard tower.
Sure.
I also think that that is definitely a place that we should see the interior of so we can understand what Selm was trying to warn us of.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think we should go back to the guard tower.
Yep. And since it's been a little while, I know Ziphli's rounds usually are not that long.
Mhm.
Ideally, he's not still there, but I would want to go back to the Southeast Guard Tower.
Okay. So you make your way back over. Selm's still standing out front. He goes, "Oh, welcome back.
Thank you, Selm.
Head right in."
Yes.
And then we do.
Yeah.
You walk in, and it looks like what you would expect a guard tower to look like.
Mhm.
You see that clinging to the walls, stone steps jut out with no rail or no
Mhm.
guard on the side. They're just a spiral staircase leading up. Above you, you can see there's clearly a platform. You're not sure how many more above that one, but you can see there's clearly one 12, 15 feet above you.
Mm-hmm.
On the ground floor here, you would see carts held inside the doors. To be clear, the doors, when they open, it's not like one single, it's a double door that swings open like that.
Mm-hmm.
You would see carts. You would see some wooden boxes that are painted black. You would see they're black. And from end to end and over the sides, you see red lines painted. So a single red line that runs from head to toe and then from right to left.
Almost like a cross.
Crossing at the top
Mhm.
on the what you would assume to be the top of the box.
Okay.
They're, we're going to say 8 feet long, roughly 4 feet wide,
Mm-hmm.
and you see just stacks of them over in the corner.
And there's no one else in here on this level with us?
Not currently, no.
Cool. Are these boxes locked?
No, they'd be open.
Open or openable?
Like openable.
Unlocked.
And you would see there is one on a cart.
Yeah. Go to the one in the cart.
Yeah. I think I have a rapier. Or is it just like, it's just
You can just pop it open.
Yeah.
And also, you're a paladin. I don't think you have a rapier. You should have, or you
Or I
might
have,
have it
like,
as
a-
a simple weapon.
yeah.
But
Mhm.
Yeah. I don't want to use my morning star to like ball with spikes.
Yeah, you
Nope.
pop it open.
I just absolutely popped this thing open.
Yeah.
There's a body inside.
Yep.
How freshly dead is it? Like, has it been sitting for months, or is it like recently dead?
About a day or two.
Okay.
Okay.
So no decay, but like pale skin.
As you're looking at the body, you see it's got pencil thin mustache,
Mm-hmm.
pompadour.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's clearly Melvin.
Yeah.
Are there?
And I think we might leave it there for tonight. That seems like a fun place to leave it, actually.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm fine with
We'll
it.
call
Your
that
call.
back in. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
We just wrapped up their thing.
Okay. Oh no.
We're gonna wrap up here in a moment for tonight.
Okay.
So I just wanted to make sure if there was anything you guys wanted to do while they were in the guard tower, we got that done tonight as well.
I don't think so. I think we would have just head back and probably set up the ship to have it ready for the night.
Yeah, because that took about a whole day with us running out and coming
Mhm.
back.
Work through those, like figure out those rations that we got.
We also got up really early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll end it there for tonight with you guys back at the ship, sorting through your newfound items.
Cool.
Writing my journal.
Well, friends, thank you guys very much for watching tonight. If you're new here, make sure you follow so you can find us again. We stream D&D 3 times a week. You can check out our website by typing !website in the chat or going to notgreatrpg.com. We have links to all of our important things on there, including videos for our previous episodes of our campaigns. We have text recaps that get turned into podcasts as well. So it's very easy to find us, to catch up on things and find something that you want to watch or listen to wherever you are. So, yeah, thank you guys very much for watching, and we will see you on Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time for the city of Oshwamp. Good night, friends.
Bye, friends.
Good night.